Welcome on in, everyone. Thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. God, it's been too long. Every time I have to take a day off of stream, I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? As soon as why are you like this? Anyway. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, sorry. Welcome on in, NPC Akabor. Glad to have you, Sweet Beans. Welcome on in, Moonbear and OSF. Glad to have you too. Welcome on, Ruffles Von Bourbon, Cynic Deval. Glad to have you. Welcome on, NPC. Thank you for your subscription for 4 months. Enjoyed the afternoon. You must be Sweet Bean. Welcome on in, Casper House and Cynic Deval and Kronos. Glad to have you. Who else we got? Welcome on in, Eighth Wolf. Thank you for the tier 1 subscription for 10 months. If Fight Point, thank you for the welcome on in. Glad to have you too. No talk, only entertain. Where's that? There's that sweet voice. My voice is shrill and unpleasant. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, I missed y'all. Like the week I had to take, like, I guess Sweet Pair week, but also welcome on a Juggernaut. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. StarkyMorph, welcome on in. Glad to have you. How you doing, you Sweet Bean? Oh my God, I'm gonna spread positivity again. Yippee. A lot happened. A lot while I was gone. A lot happened. He's so handsome. Oh my God. I love you. You guys are such goofs. Oh my God. But it's like, cause like, so like I was literally getting ready to stream Monday, and then like I was like, as I was running, I was like I got home, and like as I was doing like my like pre-stream like post-work, kind of relax. What's up, Crisp?
Hi, my name is Crisp, the big gay chaos rat. We mostly watch Starky play indie games, but sometimes we watch him play games by bigger devs like Nintendo and Spike Chunsoft as well.
Crisp, why are you like this? Who taught you to be like this? Anyways, but yeah, a lot happened since I've been gone. Cause like, I literally got home from work Monday, and then that's also such like an esoteric reference, because I've shortened my raid thing a little bit, not by much, but a little bit. And it like some of that, I found it funny that I found it so funny that it dropped yesterday. I wanted to play so bad. Yes, okay, so like Monday I get home from work, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get ready for my stream. As I'm getting ready for my stream, I'm like, doing the post-work cooldown, getting ready to just like, approach the evening. Also, why is it not just, hello, yes, okay, there we go. I was like, why is it not seeing my other hand? There we go. My fucking internet kept disconnecting, and I was like, that's not good. That's pretty bad. I called my ISP literally like as stream was supposed to be starting. Welcome on in, Airbus. Come on, Sweet Bean. And they're like, yeah, we're seeing this error. This is an error that like apparently does get fixed remotely, but like I'll pass it to the people who can fix it. No promises. Like, we can't fix it today. They plan someone to come out and check it. Oh, that's not how beaks are supposed to work. That's not how any of that's supposed to work. Yeah, so it was Monday. Welcome on in, Rich. Good on you, Sweet Bean. So it was Monday. So they're like, okay, hey, we'll send someone over to check it on Monday at the earliest. And I'm like, you fucking what? They're like, yeah, this is the earliest we can do. And I'm like, is there like a list of like people that like, oh, if someone cancels that, like, they'll call me and be available? And they're like, no, that list doesn't exist. Except I got a fucking call on Tuesday where they're like, we can send someone over on tomorrow to be there to fix your fucking internet. Lo and behold, Dark Souls text, beak broken. Lo and behold, I work from home on Wednesday and my internet's fine. And the guy shows up, which like, I didn't prepare my place for a visitor. My place is kind of a mess. I'm gonna be honest with you. I take good care of myself nutritionally, like in regards to my health. I work full-time and I stream. So naturally, some part of me is going to fall to pieces, and that part of me is the fact that my place is just like a disaster. I feel bad whenever people visit, because I'm just like, I'm sorry for the everything that's on the floor in my office. I'm sorry for the everything that's in my living room that's technically supposed to be unpacked from when I moved here. I've lived here for 3 years, by the way. It's fine. But yeah, so I'm here to fix your opens the door and the nest is just in shambles of burps, man. So yeah, the guy walked in. The guy walks in and I'm like, okay, let me go and close my door, because like the door to my office, because that's where the obvious furry shit is. Except I fucking forgot that I have, so I store my partial, like I have my partial in like a tote. I store that in my closet. Didn't do that. Welcome on in, Finchy. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I wish I was in your closet too. That can be arranged. Can we shout out for Finchy?
You have such a dirty room. You're such a naughty bird. What's that? Is that a half-month-old pizza box I'm going to have to punish now?
No. Okay. Here's the thing. If it has the potential to smell, that gets taken out. The only stuff that gets it's just like random bits and bobs. Oh, come on, man! Thank you for the subscription for 3 months. Enjoy your emos, you Sweet Bean. Thank you so much.
3 months already.
That's kind of wild to think about. All right, I'm pretty sure my mods are asleep. Who am I shouting out? Heya Finchy. Hey, for those of you who don't know, Heya Finchy is super duper sweet. I'm pretty sure you're Australian. I suck so much with the accents. A very sweet coyote. Honestly, how are you doing? It's good to see you back online. I know you were taking a bit of a break, and like, trust me, I get it. I've had to do that before, just like take like a couple weeks or a month break from the internet. It does a lot of good for you. But also, I'm glad to have you back. Calling someone Sweet Bean with the angry scowl. Just fucking, you. I'm going to, you Sweet Bean. That unironically, that is the tone I take when someone's like self-deprecating. You man, I got subscription for 18 months. Enjoy your every months, Sweet Bean. The second stream, baby.
18th month of
we never named the first one.
17
So is it gonna be Moonmorph or Starky Bear? But yeah, no. New Borb streamer. To be fair, hold up, that reminds me. I didn't do a whole lot while I was off stream. I won't lie, I got distracted. I'm doing good. I'm good. I took a trip, pre-ordered the new Switch, have things being made, and mostly importantly, bought 3 boxes of Cookie Crisp. Good. I greatly approve. But yeah, no, I'm glad you had a nice trip. Like it's really good to just like have a time to just unplug and like reset. I won't lie, I have not had a vacation in like a proper PTO vacation in like 3 years. So I don't get PTO at all in my current position, which is like one of the many things that like is part of why I'm looking for a new job. Hug the oddly shiny Yode. We appreciate shiny here. There's a reason I'm a bird. There's a lot of reasons I'm a bird, but shiny is one of them. But yeah, so I also checked DM Starky. Oh, I haven't even finished the story. I haven't even finished the story before the other stories. You know what? Fine. I knew that this was going into this was going to be an ADHD flavored stream. Can mayonnaise liquid cool a PCs? That was from Soy Real. Hold up. This is from Soy Real. What's up, Chris?
Starky, I am sorry for what I sent.
Yeah, I did. I love how, I swear, I love my mods. I love my bot. I love you guys so much. Do you guys like when I'm not live? Is like, it's like the SpongeBob thing where it's like, what do you do when I'm not live? And and mods are just like, just find curse shit for when you come back. That's all we do. We go on the internet, we find the stuff that makes you sad, and then we save it for when you go live again. It's like, that's literally what mods do. I can't take any breaks, because as I come back to, okay, what in God's green earth is this? I'm scared. Uncured bratwursts, which is concerning. Because I'm pretty sure, okay, to be fair, it's not necessarily a problem for meats to be uncured inherently. Welcome on in, Lock. Glad I guess Sweet Bean, no breaks. That's been my life, honestly. Preferred selection, uncured bratwursts, no nitrates or nitrites added, not preserved, keep refrigerated below 40 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. Sorry, be like, is the bratwurst sick? How do we cure the bratwurst? Braves are when I start posting rough, horny sketches in Discord. I need to to do rough, horny sketches, low-key. I need to do that. I genuinely think that that would make me a lot, having been on vacation in 2 years, like, what? I, like, in, like, a proper, like, oh, you know, take PTO, because, like, I don't get PTO. So, like, every single time I've had to take a vacation, like, I've taken a trip, it's been, like, at my own expense. And then also I got, so this is from Kasai. And then from Sawyer Wheel, we got... So you need to strengthen glares at you. Listen, there's a reason I struggle to do full weekend trips even. Because like if I take a full weekend trip, I'm fucked for that next week. I need to spend my weekends preparing for the next week. Like that's unironically where I'm at right now. Self-care never figures into it. Like, it's probably fine. The trip to my place? Yeah, that was, I wouldn't consider that vacation, that's a trip. Like, that's, for me, I think, when I think vacation, I think a week. That's for me, like, where I would consider vacation to be. So, like, going to a FurCon and starting the drive there on Wednesday, that's a vacation. That is 5 days. That's like, as soon as you get the 4, 5, 6 day, that's where it becomes a vacation. Otherwise, it just is a weekend trip. Which isn't to say, like, you know, I didn't value coming out to hang with you. It's more just like that's where my like my naming convention lands. That's not bad. Yeah. Starky should do vacations. I wish I could do vacations, and that's literally why I am job searching right now and like looking at places in like Canada. I need to probably also look in places like Ireland and maybe Australia. I read how much I hate mayo. I quite enjoy mayo, but it's also okay. So here's the thing. The things that make a good coolant are high specific heat and high fluidity. Or there's a better term for this. Viscosity, like high specific heat, low viscosity. Those. Wait, did the achievement unlock not work? Son of a bitch! Oh, god damn it! Why aren't you connected to OBS? Oh, OBS! Did you break? Hold up, I'm mad. I'm mad at OBS. I'm sorry, but I'm Tish. What is a holiday is a good question though. Hold up. Tools, WebSocket server settings, reconnect, status connecting, tools, WebSocket server settings. Okay, remote address, okay, server ports, show connect info. Yes. Why? Okay, the fucking, I see now what happened. Sometimes the server IP, I assuming that like, because it's the last digit every time, where it just changes sometimes. I don't necessarily know what causes that. Like for the WebSocket for OBS, it will just change occasionally. All right, should be connected now. Sorry about that. Mods, if you could refund, refund Badumtish's points. Also, welcome on Badumtish and Rise. Thank you, Sweet Bean. Also, welcome on Fatal Columbius too. Glad to have you too. I have so much built up. Believe that the company will be unhappy when they realize. Here's the thing. That's like, where have you been, Starky? Now welcome on in Death Nation. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. OBS. All right, hold up. I was just explaining earlier. I was having internet issues, but one moment while I do this redeem. All right, OBS. It's go time. It's you and me, bitch. We're throwing down. I've had enough of your fucking bullshit. Shit just randomly seems to change constantly. I swear, the fucking, like, the WebSocket server connections, those break. Every time I fucking download a new version, if it's not, like, version 28.12.32, it's like, everything breaks. Why are you like this? Free program, I guess it's like free program, but also, please release new shit stably. I beg of you. It's not that hard. Just like... This is genuinely my mental breakdown. It's fucking caused by OBS and its technical issues. Anyways. I took no time off during COVID because I couldn't visit family since they were in different states. Welcome on, Ivan. Glad to have you, Sweet Bee. Can we shout out for Ivan? But yeah, no, I missed Monday and Tuesday on stream, which I feel bad about, but it's also like it was outside of my control. Basically what happened was my internet service provider was doing some fucky-wucky stuff. I probably could have tried to stream yesterday, but I was just like, nah, you know, I didn't have the emotional like wherewithal to like do that. So I was just like, okay, we'll take yesterday off. Also, wasn't able to get as much work done on stream as I wanted to, because I got distracted playing Factorio, which we're not talking about that. But I did in fact change one redeem. The spin now includes the borbs I've made, or specifically the borb and the buns. Factorio is neat. I've gotten the base. At this point, the base, like my new Nauvis rail base, is entirely functional. I literally just need to add some like extra. There we go. Wait, what? Why is? Hold up. Why is it? Hold up. That can't be right.
Spin.
Okay, we just got incredibly unlucky. Okay, so there is the new borbs. Has the triangle count dropped since last time? The triangle count for what? Yeah, there we go. See, we got there's Suriel. That's a borb. But yeah, no. So now there's Aether Wolfim, Suriel, and Suda, which like if the three of you want to send me just an audio clip of you saying whatever, like, you know, keep it to shorter than like 4-5 seconds. And I can just like slap a flange filter over it to make it sound silly. So many different flavors of borb. Ideally there will be more added as time goes on. In fact, I might do the thing where like I just start drawing friends as borbs. I want the femur breaker sound effect. You'll have to remind me. Go ahead and like leave a note in the
Spin.
There you go. I do like the idea of the fucking the very tiny soy roll showing up, and then it's just the femur breaker sound effect. Welcome on in, Brianna. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah, like it's the last couple of days have been on the touch chaotic. Halfway to being borbified. Exactly. Soon all will be borb. It ought to spin faster. The thing is, I don't want it spinning so fast that the characters become unrecognizable. So I want them to spin fast, but not so fast that you're like, who the fuck is that? Like, make it oscillate at Mach speeds. I'd never be borb. All roads lead to borb. A good and unfortunate way. News, I don't have to instigate a rebellion as my mom and grandma return to safety. Well, what's up, Chris?
Good news, bad news. Good news is I have $5 more Grubhub credit. Bad news is after 2 hours, I have waited Grubhub for my order to get cancelled.
Yeah, that's the primary reason I stopped using Grubhub. Also, welcome on, Matt Hatter. Think of the time loop. For those who don't know, the time loop is a redeem that dunks me into the core of hell. It plays Coconut Mall, but it never starts. Never starts. And each time through the loop, there's a 1 in 13 chance we escape. This is another redeem I actually have to do some work on, because I need to add 2 variations of it. Because currently it's Coconut Mall, but I also want to add We Like to Party, and then the bit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Okay, 10 plus minutes on a side tangent without gameplay. I'll be honest with you, it's going to go longer. Because, like, I've only just talked about... I've exclusively talked about fucking, like, specifically the stream-related stuff. I haven't even talked about the shit that's happened outside of stream. Because, like... I'm trying to think of, like, there's definitely some stuff that happened. What was it off the top of my head? What did I do last weekend, even? I guess last weekend was just, like, a rest weekend, which God knows I needed that. Has there been a wholesome moment yet? Not that I know of. But, like, so there's just like a lot of shit that happened. Yesterday in particular. Wait, was it yesterday or? Yeah, it was. No. It was Tuesday. It was Tuesday. That's right. So I got home Tuesday. I got home Tuesday, and as I drive into my fucking parking lot, I go get my mail. I'm noticing something to do with the fire. Yeah. I'm noticing like one of the houses that's near-ish, like it's, you know, it's kind of like on the other side of like the, you know, the street where I live. There's just like a lot of smoke coming, which, like, you know, it's Indiana. It, you know, it's a suburban-ish area. Like it's, you know, it's possible that they're just burning something like specifically. It's like, oh, they got a what's it fucking called? They got like a, you know, a fire pit going or whatever. And it's like, okay. That's fine. Except as I go to get my mail. Spiral, I swear to God. Okay, but I have so many stories attached to this story, and I can tell you right now, this is gonna be a recurrent stream bit, so fucking get your notes ready. You were here the first time I talked about it. So like I'm getting my mail, and it's like, that's a lot of fucking fire. They must be burning a lot of vegetation. And then I realized, I'm fucking stupid. It's spring. There are no leaves to burn. What are they burning? I don't know, man. It's fine. You were getting your mail. Sounds kind of gay, not gonna lie. Oh my God. But no, so it's like, you know, and like, okay, you know, it's not that big of a deal still. It's like, it's, you know, there's not like anyone's running. And then someone fucking immediately bolts from that house, forgot to pull out. What does that even mean? Immediately, like, as I have that thought, I see someone fucking bolting down the road, like, from one building to the building next door, presumably to call the fire department. And I'm just like, that's not good. That's real bad, actually. Welcome on to Zeta. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. So fucking, I'm just standing there. Barbecue sauce on my titties. No, actually tell the fucking story. I swear to God. I'm standing there watching the fucking like watching a massive amount of smoke, and I'm like, I kind of walk down the street because I want to go check. I'm free, no work tomorrow. Well, congratulations. You get an extended weekend. I can become brainless. Something. I can help with that. I don't know. I got nothing. I got. What you looking to buy? No. So, you know, I'm like, okay. That's probably bad, but I saw someone was running to a building, so presumably the fire department knows. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, don't get involved. And I get into my house, and I'm like, okay. I gotta text my friend, and he's like, hey, Starky, do you want to go get Hot Pot? And if you've been here for any amount of time, you realize I fucking love Hot Pot. Hot Pot is like low-key one of life's purest joys. Just like distilled into a meal with friends. And so I'm like, oh yeah, sure. No, I can get Hot Pot. They're like, okay, do you want to like, you know, come over during your usual time? And I'm like, yeah, that's probably a smart idea. Because as I'm texting my friend, I see the cloud of smoke get gradually thicker and thicker. And I'm like, yeah, I might be slightly delayed. I might be slightly delayed depending on like if the fire department shows up. So it's like, you know, if they block the way. So it's like, okay, you know, I checked, at which point I sent a picture of the fucking fire to my friend. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, someone clip Starky saying I fucking love Hot Pot and cut out hot. Listen, I think I would genuinely enjoy and do well with marijuana if only it were legal here. But no, like, so I'm like, okay, you know, I'm basically like looking out my front window, fucking like not in my backyard ass like neighbor, like NIMBY neighbor style, just being like, what the fuck is happening? And then I see the first like licks of flame, because at this point I wasn't sure if it was like an actual like significant fire. See the first licks of flame go above the building. I'm like, Well, there's the answer to the question. It's a real fire. So, you know, I'm just like, okay, whatever, I got some time to kill. I'll just, like, you know, watch YouTube videos. And it's like, you know, at some point, like, as I'm getting ready to go, it's like, okay, well, you know, the fire department is here. They put out the fire. Like, you know, the fire was more or less contained. Why don't you flame lick D's nuts? Welcome on in, Delos. That'd be sweet bean. Give it a shout for Delos. So as I will admit, in this entire scenario, I could not possibly look more suspicious as like a possible perpetrator for, because it's like I recognize that I was just present. I didn't want, like, you know, I recognize that, like, there are people who have a job to do, but also I want to go do a thing. So I'm like, as, you know, the fire at this point is, like, largely out. There's no more smoke coming. There's no, like, you know, steam or whatever, so should have gotten high when you were in the Michigan. We have as many weed stores in every corner like we do 7-Elevens. The problem is, I'm trying to find a job outside of, like, I'm trying to find a job, so, like, I need to be able to pass a drug test. Hello, honey. Sorry, you almost got caught exercising your pyro kink. Oh my god. But no, so I'm like, you know, I'm like, okay, they're done. Like, the fire department is done. Like, there's no more fire to put out. They're just, like, literally investigating the wreckage now. I very slowly approach with my car, and I'm like, I grab one of the people, and I'm like, hey, listen, I have sudden plans. I know y'all have a job to do, and I don't want to get in the way, but, like, are you like, can I get through, or, like, are you gonna need more time? And the guy was very sweet. He was like, we need more time. You're like, you know, it's fine. We'll let you know when we're, like, when, you know, you'll know when we're cleaning up. And so I had to text my friends, and I'm like, guys, I'm actually, like, stuck in my fucking, like, my you know, I'm stuck in my area until, like, you know, because it's unfortunately like a one-way. And so my friends drive out to pick me up so I can receive the hot fireman. Nice. Listen, I would rather date a fireman than a police officer, but also I'm not going to make assumptions. Welcome on in, Gigantic. Thank you for the subscription for 50 months.
Starky 17,
Enjoyed the entry of the emoji
Starky
speed
17 LAZER Dragon 13. This is fine, Starky 17 Griddy.
But no, like, so it's like, okay, I'm like, okay, I'll drive my car back. I, like, you know, and then yesterday was a tornado year. That's okay. I completely fucking forgot about that. Cause, like, honestly, firemen are hotter. Exactly. So fucking, like, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm the opposite. I like a man that has handcuffs on him. Don't worry, Dalos. We know this about you. So you can't date a fireman. They lecture you on the safety of ropes and circulation. Okay, but also that means the fireman knows how to use ropes better. That's an important skill to have. I will not elaborate on why I know that. But no, it's like, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I drove my car back, and my friends are like, we'll just come drive you to pick you up. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Back in hearing Starky talk about arson. So I'm like, okay, you know, that's reasonable. I'll drive back, like, drove my car back to my driveway, and I'm like, okay, you know, wait for my friends to say they're nearby, and I'm like, okay, I walk over. Again, I'm just this random fucking dude in, like, a t-shirt and shorts, and it's like t-shirt, shorts, and, like, my fucking sandals, just walking around right outside of where a major fire happened. Again, I could not possibly look more suspicious in this entire circumstance. I recognize that. So it's like, you know, I'm walking by, and I'm like, you know, I'm doing the thing where it's like, you just look like you belong and no one's gonna question you. You know, I need to feel the rush of being arrested, plus I sniff lighters. So it's like, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I walk to the end of the, fucking, like, the road, and I have probably the most aggressively Midwest conversation I've ever had with anyone. Cause it's like, as I was like, hey, you know, like, I walked to the end of the road, and I'm like, there's another police guy there, and I'm like, hey, I got some friends who are coming to pick me up, because, like, I don't want to get in the way of y'all, like, investigating the situation. can I just stand over there? And he's like, yeah, no, actually, like, we're cleaning up now. And, like, we're cleaning up right now. In fact, like, you can just drive, you can drive wherever. All the entire time, my friend has texted me, like, we are coming to pick you up. Under no circumstances are you to drive. And I'm just like, I appreciate you, but, like, trust me, it's fine. I don't want to, like, I don't want to make a bother. It's the Midwest, like, car crash where, like, both people are waving each other on, except, like, to a, like, comedic degree. Anyways, we ended up getting hot pot and it was really good. Oh god, I have a story about the hot pot too. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a just chatting stream. Let's be honest with ourselves. This is a just chatting stream, fucking, like, disguised as like a, you know, a gaming stream. We went to Hot Pot, so it was me, two of my friends, and my older brother. For those of you who are regulars in the chat, Monkey Kensu. No worries, I like catching up. We're at the Hot Pot place, you know, and me and my brother are very much like spice fans, so we're like, okay, you know, they have a bunch of different flavors of the broth to use the hot pot, and me and my brother naturally go for the spiciest one, which was I believe Szechuan. And I definitely, like, tell us about the hot pot. We craved the tea. It burns. Starky has been infected with the #1 just yapping streamer. So I'm like, okay, you know, like, we're getting food. I definitely just hear at some point, because I'm like, you know, I'm busy, like, you know, doing the logistics of, like, okay, I gotta pull my food out here, so that way I can put new food in, so that way it starts cooking. So I basically create, like, a cycle of food, where it's like, as food is cooling down, I'm adding new food to cook, and then I eat the food while, like, the new food is finishing cooking, so I can pull it out. So I'm like, I'm absorbed in that. And then I just hear, ooh, like one of my friends go, ooh, as I look to my left, and I see my brother. He is clearly in pain. He threw something into the hot pot with enough force where it got splashed, and it went right into his eyes. So this was hot, like not hot, not scalding hot, but, like, definitely boiling hot, spiced Szechuan pepper soup immediately to the eyeball. And we're just like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine, but it sucks real bad. It's the taste you can feel. Oh my god. So the entire time we're just like, are you, like, he's like, I'm fine, don't worry about it. Because, like, I mean, that's just natural selection. I don't want him to, like, lose his eye, though. I hate when something hot splashes on you. So, like, you know, that was an experience. Also, that was the first time I've ever had soju. I quite enjoy soju. It's definitely a little bit, like, I wish it were a little sweeter, but, like, I can kind of understand why it's, like, you know, like, I feel like it, like, to be fair, at that point I'm kind of, like, describing a liqueur rather than a soju. I just like liqueurs, I guess. But then, yeah, so Wednesday, I got distracted from telling the story about the guy who came to fix my internet. Imagine drinking alcohol, I say, while a bit drunk. Y'all ever eat ghost pepper to your stuff and use the bathroom without washing your hands? I'll raise you one. I frequently forget to wash my hands after cutting spices, and I find out when I'm readjusting myself downstairs. It is a semi-frequent occurrence. To be honest with you, with some spices, it's, like, actually kind of pleasant. Which is, I know is gonna sound fucking weird. But, like, cause, like, ginger... I don't fucking care. Go and take your pictures, take your screenshots, take your clips, who cares? Cause, like, I've unironically, like, I have, like, grated ginger, and then without thinking about it, I adjusted the southern bits. That's one for the bingo. That's another one for the bingo. And it's like, cause it, like, with like, it's like with the super spicy stuff, it's unpleasant. But if it's just like ginger or garlic, it's weirdly warm in a way it's like not bad. It's like kind of pleasant. Cereal hand unwashed. It's just like specifically after cutting vegetables, because I never think I'm like, oh yeah, it's fucking, like, I just cut some ginger, I didn't wash my hands before before I go use the restroom. It's like, no, I don't think about that. One of these days, it is gonna bite me when I use a spicier pepper, but like until then, it's fine. But anyways, I got distracted again, cause so Wednesday, yesterday, the guy came to fix my internet. I realized I didn't prepare my place at all for someone to show up, and I definitely just had with some crisp.
Where the rats?
Fun fact, the only time Starky washes his hands is
Oh,
when
wait.
he showers. It just so happens to
I'm
be
not a
around
stinky
once
bird.
month. He is a
I've-
smelly bird.
I'm gonna send this rat into orbit. I'm gonna Crisp, you better get ready. You're gonna go see Jesus. It's okay if you don't wash your hands using the water closet. Some people are into that. I wash my hands when I use the water closet. It's just like I don't wash my hands immediately after cutting something, specifically vegetables, because if I'm cutting like anything with a meaningful infection risk, like red meat or chicken, like anything like that, I wash my hands after I touch it. It's very specifically just herbs, like herbs and spices. Water closet sounds like the literal German translation. That's okay. Water closet, where does it even come from? That's what bathrooms are called in the rest of the world. Like I believe the UK calls them water closets. I think Canada also calls them water closets, depending on the location. It's like if you say bathroom or restroom, they will understand you, but the preferred term is water closet. Or are you saying your cock is dirty? Sorry, I'm a psycho. Dallas, have you been drinking? We call it a washroom, I think? Okay. Like, that's definitely one of those, like, vernacular things where, like, it depends on the region. Is it worse to get spice down there in your eye? Spice in your eye is definitely worse. I can say that from experience. It's not even remotely close. But no. So I just fucking, when the guy visited to fix my internet, I forgot my fucking partial, like the tote where my partial is stored was just out in the middle of my bedroom, which isn't that bad, except I put stickers on it, which is one of them is the Starky 17 knife, and then I was handed a sticker that says, "Get these pants off of me. Get these fucking pants off of me." And I made it, so I'm just like, I just have to be like, "Hi, hello, person from the middle of the Midwest. Do not look at the box with the incredibly suspicious bird, and also the freshly grated ginger is quite. I do love like fresh herbs and spices whenever I can get them. But yeah, no. So like that guy visited, and then later on in the fucking I'll be honest with you. I'm convinced that no one Gen Z or Gen Alpha has a sense of self-preservation, and it might be self-reporting on that one because. There was a pretty huge storm that came through last night. Oh, it's hard. Hold on. What's up, Chris?
Fun fact, if you have guests over and are cooking, just fucking eat Tabasco into a hot frying pan. You shall not fucking
Chris,
regret
no!
my tea. You will not
No,
pepper
do not
spray
do
the
that!
entire horse.
The entire horse. Do not pepper spray the entire horse. Explain. Okay. So there was a huge storm that passed through Indiana last night. There was a whole bunch of tornadoes, actually like some that were surprisingly close to where I lived. I forgot that there were tornadoes because I was busy playing Factorio. I was warned. The pop-up came up on my phone from the National Weather Service. They're like, there's tornadoes near you. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But like Factorio though, the factory must grow. The factory must grow, and if it must grow from my rotting flesh, then so be it. Starky. Listen, it's fine. To be fair, like, you're making me worried. Okay, kind of real, not gonna lie. So the big thing is, like, with tornadoes are temporary, we must escape Gleba. The thing is, because it was mostly just a lot of heavy rain. There was, like, the tornado was it was probably like what, probably like 50, no, not that's too much, probably closer to like 20-ish miles away. So like it was close enough where like if the winds had pushed in my direction, it probably would have hit me, but also it wasn't so close that I could hear it. We did see the damage of it today when I went to go get lunch with some friends. You what? Starky, it's fine. I couldn't hear it. That's like with the tornadoes. It's like you just wait to hear it. It sounds like a train. It's coming right fucking at you. Stay safe. No, I refuse. Death will claim all of us. None of us are safe from the concept of mortality. You're not safe. I'm not safe. No one is safe. Starky has no survival instincts. My face when I risk getting my PC broken from a mending villager. I'm gonna miss it. But also, like, I recognize that was not a smart move. I'll be honest with you. I do recognize that. that was just like, oops. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. That was a mistake. So yeah, that's mostly like my week. I don't really have anything going on. Like, I guess outside of the, you know, I made a joke and my friends were mad at me. I made this joke and I got the immediate the look of just like like I made this joke and they looked at me like, can you fucking not? Do you mind? Like that kind of look, because I joked that like with the fire Tuesday and the storm last night, I've already been attacked by fire, wind, and water. So clearly we're expecting an earthquake soon. And like my friends, like knock on wood, there's not gonna be an earthquake. But my friends were just like, can you fucking stop summoning shit? Do you mind? You are not the Avatar. Stop it. But I'm the same way. I've had tornadoes on my street. Here's the thing, like when I grew up in growing up in Indiana, I lived in kind of a ruralish area, and there was genuinely like every single year for the first like 7 or 8 years of my life, there was a tornado that came near us during the summer. So I'm like, I'm desensitized to it. Like I recognize the amount of damage they can do. It just never parses. But no, like that's so like you know. That admits that I should definitely treat it more seriously. Even if it's just like, hey, turn off your PC because like it's a lightning storm. There's a ton of thunder going off. Your PC could get damaged. I need to get a UPS. I need to get like 2 UPSs actually, one for my PC and one for my router. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Hopefully you guys have been having a good week. The first week of April. How has the last 3 months felt like 10 years? I know what you mean. I live in more than cousin states, but please stay safe. I will. Don't worry. I had a power blink that took out my PC speakers. Yeah, that's the major thing. It's like we're having so many storms here that like I need to like be mindful of the fact that like I don't want my PC getting fried by like a sudden power surge. So like I should probably invest in getting like a UPS, so that way like that can act as like basically like a you know, a shield in case of a power surge. So that way like my PC doesn't eat shit and die, because the UPS is significantly cheaper than the GPU, even though it's still like $100 like $200. Actually, how much is a UPS? Good question. UPS uninterrupted power supply. I'm doing a quick look. I'm not using the New York Times. New York Times can go fuck itself. High-end power supplies hold enough charge to not even reboot your PC after a power blink. I definitely have a high quality one, so like that is a good sign. Amazon prices are always very dubious, but I'm still not sure what Starky should do. Do about what? Okay, so it's about 200. I was right. It's about 200 for a UPS, and I would need 2 of them. I guess to be fair, the one for my router can be significantly cheaper because it requires much less power draw. But yeah. Anyways, this video game that I've had open for like at this point close to an hour and not touched the in-game text. Alright, so I have to open the store. I have to open the shop because there's one person I just didn't put out items. You only need one for the PC. So the problem is the PC is in my office and the router is in my bedroom. So I don't necessarily know that I could find like a connection cable that's that long. It's fine, Starky. This is a just chatting channel. Is it? Is that where my life's at now? Have I officially reached just chatting status? Store opening delayed because owner was just chatting. But yeah. So like the idea is, I guess to be fair, like I don't necessarily care too much if the internet goes out because like recently I'm only gonna have an hour left on my PC. It's more just like, you know, I don't want to like become immediately disconnected and have issues happen. Oh, you goobus. Yeah, no. So like that was my experience this last week. There's definitely a level of like apprehension, I guess, with the life in general, where I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I don't know if it's like the series of like disasters that started me off of like have made me just numb to like the growing, you know, horrors or not. But like, you know. Welcome on, Ilyana. I was kind of sweet. I'm late. I was in a meeting. By meeting, I was out and about, not working. Fair enough. Well, you missed the entire like 50+ minute just chatting section, unfortunately. You missed me becoming the avatar as I tanked a fire attack, air attack, and water attack. Stone. I actually do have a thing of stone. Trowel Tidy is the one that has... Oh. Oh, okay. Ilyana's, no. You show up and immediately send a Borb... Okay, I guess... What kind of... You are a Borb bender? I guess, like... Borb bending would be a form of metal bending. What the fuck do you... Jackass? Fuck you. Sorry, he's my favorite just chatting streamer. I mean, listen, I might... Depending on how it goes, I might, like, start doing just chatting streams, like, as a recurrent, like, opening thing. You know? Just, like, open the stream with, like, an hour of just chatting and then, like, get to games. The big thing is, like, I don't... Like, I'm always apprehensive about just chatting because, like, I want to have a thing, like, you know... I'm worried that, like, I'm not going to have enough to say. And I'm just sitting there in silence, staring at chat as chat stares back at me. Can we have a hot tub just chatting stream? Okay, that emote is great. I love that new cheesy emote. That's perfection. I could probably just add like a PNG of a hot tub over myself. That's definitely doable, right? Okay, what are we going on about today? Shells. Fuck. Yeah, no. So like I'm just hold up. I have no custom orders. Several hopeless core rants. Listen, it's fine. The hopeless core, you know, the hopeless core rants just mostly manifested. Okay, so like that's carpenter. I need to have like one dedicated item for like each thing. What's a good value proposition? Because there is like a, you know, like is this worth the amount of effort that goes into it? Absolutely not. I have to min-max the economal. I always can drive you mad with clips from the abyss. I suppose that's fair. Just like have my mods send me some truly, oh, this is some good value. The Dromaeosaur. Just green screen crop the Borb head over a foot of a Twitch thought, riding an inflatable banana. Will this get me banned? Absolutely. That's not fair. It's possible it might not get me banned. Alright. Brightening Bloom. Oh my god, it's making out with a bandit. I definitely noticed like Barley's been popping off in regards to viewership. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like, you know, like a sudden, you know, because like the gods of like Twitch discovery are very capricious. I second the hot tub stream, just tell yourself on stream, furries get away with a lot. I suppose that's fair. Check DMs and explain, Starky. Hold up. What? Hold up. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's right. I didn't even fucking talk about the Nintendo Direct. Jesus, I've been yapping so much. I completely fell off the yap. Lamau, stupid believers, and maybe next Direct. What does this mean? Being a makeout emotes are in. Is that one for you? You know, that makes sense that you would have one, Ivan, given your deep love for Bandit. I like Barley's new format of content. Have they been just like, because I think I've been stopping it occasionally. That's just been like, so that's where I left my lifting stone. This is just, hold up. This is just fucking, that's the stand from the end of JoJo's Part 5. This is literally Rolling Stone. I'm trying to figure out what this means. They denied the Silk Song announcement. That is, you know what? Thank you for the 10 biddies, and thank you. Who did that? I feel like, oh, it's Kusa. That's right. I was like, that art style is very, very reminiscent. Like, very, very, it feels familiar. So that's where I left my lifting stone. But no, it's like, yeah, I'll be honest with you. Having seen JoJo's, if I open a fucking elevator and I see a stone like that, I'm running. I'm hauling ass. I'm gone. Fuck all that. But no, I feel like, has Barley just been doing like a lot of IRL content? Silk Song fans scare me. Spies! Welcome on in, Raiders. Good to have ya. This is unknown. StarkyMorph, the gay Astro, the internet. Variety stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 7 to 10 PEST. Admittedly not this week. I unfortunately had to forego Monday, Tuesday. I'm proud. But anyways, welcome on in. How was Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter Wilds. Hopefully I had a good time with that. But yeah, no. Also gonna get the Twitch shout out for Spire. But yeah, no. We are just vibing in this comfy evening. Because it is trowel tidy. I can't say. Rubble Stilt Skin is also very good. It was good, thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Just like a very like this is mostly just turned into a yapping stream. Because I usually am live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but Monday, Tuesday my internet was acting up. So I was like, well, shit, like, you know, I can't stream because I'm just gonna disconnect every 5 minutes, which sucks, but like, you know, I'm not gonna get started because I know it's just gonna annoy me. So, you know, it's like, it's annoying, but like, I guess like it's better for me to find out before stream starts rather than the middle of it. But you know, I got fucking, okay, because Nintendo fucked up their own announcement stream for the Switch 2. Oh, hold up, we're about to run 3 minutes of ads. We run 3 minutes of ads every hour to turn off pre-rolls so people don't immediately have to deal with Jeffrey Bezos' advertisements. I joined the Nintendo, like I was watching alongside some friends, watching the Nintendo stream for like the new content. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, it desynced, the screen's frozen, I don't necessarily know what's happening anymore, I'm just gonna... Chow. How dare you? How dare you, Chow? Welcome on in, Chow. Glad you sweet be show for Chow. But yeah, no. The screen freeze was really annoying. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just like watch it later. So I close out my stream and join, like, I close out of the Nintendo stream and join a friend's stream. Well, I guess, friend stream. I was like, I hopped into a stream. And immediately I was fucking jump scared by the fucking 4 seconds of new Silk Song content they showed, and I was like, what do you mean? No, you cannot throw a Pikmin. I'm trying to talk about Silk Song. Get your jams. It's the worm song. I'm gonna dodge the Pikmin. I'm gonna dodge him. Anyways. But you know, I joined that stream and I was immediately like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean, Silk Song 2025? It just played, the clip played, and it was like, I was just like, what the fuck? I actually had a fucking out-of-body experience. Also, welcome on Starbun. Glad you, sweetie. No, this is too many Pikmin. You're sending too many of them. Stop it. Put some of those Pikmin back. I insist. No. You're gonna kill me with Pikmin, aren't you? Why does it insist on spreading my legs? That's the part I'm always mad about. Vinian, why are you like this? Oh, this is cursed. I like how it's not the Pikmin. Help. Help. I mean, shut... No, don't... You don't mean shit, erratic. Get the fuck out of here. Free me. You are a gay bird. Fair enough. Free me from this eternal prison I find myself in. Hold up, question. Would you like some assistance? I would appreciate some help, yes. Wait, the fuck... What? Why is the help not available? Vinian, why are you like this? Hold up. Let me legalize helping me. Let me allow it. Alright, you're allowed to help me now. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. Thank you, NPC. And the stretch. And the extra hydrate. And the save. Legs open, shirt off. Y'all have no fucking... Y'all have no chill, I swear to God. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, that's right.
No.
Fucking the back-to-back, because, like, you know, the Hollow... Like, I was genuinely stun-locked by the news of Hollow Knight, like, actually getting a release year. So, like, you know, they might delay it an extra year. I can't see them delaying it 2 extra years. So it's either going to be this year or 2026, which, like, I'm fine with. That's something. And then, so I was like, I was literally running off of fucking adrenaline because I was just like, what do you mean a Hollow Knight? And then, because I was not expecting it the slightest. And then, boom, Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. And I'm like, well, you know, hey, that's big W for me. Admittedly, the discussion around the Nintendo pricing point is really, really funny. I definitely understand where people are coming from, but also, it's like... Because the entire point of it's just like, oh, you know. Okay, so you slap down a bunch of Cephalosoakers. Hollow Knight? It will be delayed. It will be on time. I want to sniff the bird. Yeah, Locke? Is there something you're trying to tell me through this this poll posting? Is something you... What's in a Cephalosoaker? Good question. It's around here somewhere. There it is. Vines, shells, and basic wood. I want... why are there two votes for sniffing the bird? Chat. Chat, you can't... y'all calling me stinky and then also saying you want to sniff me. You can't have it both ways. Starky, you've been subjected to a fraction of my flirting. I don't know if you can handle the full deal. Listen. To be fair, like, the point of flirting is to hit someone's critical limit where they just stop being able to function. That in my mind, like, that's I can sniff both ways, though. Fair enough. We're gonna say you probably smell pleasant. I do actually have, like, a canon scent for Starky. Ask a Chaos the Beetle Puppy. Fair enough. People like that, Starky. I said, fair enough. But if they want to sniff you because you're stinky, if this is the hypothetical we're working with, horny points at you, horny. I'm not allowed to sniff after. I mean to Twitch chat into fart sniffers. What? Kasai, what the fuck did you do? Why is the vote here is wild, by the way. 4 sniffs, 2 it'll be delayed, and 1 it'll be on time. Actually, the vote could not have possibly gone any other way. Let's be honest with ourselves. This was the only way this could have possibly ended. But no, like I'm just like I'm very content. Like we're getting any news. It's like all I really want is any news. Okay, now it's 5 sniffs, 2 it'll be on times, and 2 delays. Okay, I can explain. If Kasai, please do. Hassan's chat will spam sniffa when he burps, so you know what? That's based. I don't agree with it, but that is a based response. I've started, because I'm the same way. They can spend points to boost votes too. Oh, okay. I'm the same way. Where like, if one of my friends burps, I'll say hot. I'll literally hit him with a hot, even though I'm not. Chat, I think burps are fucking disgusting. Low key. I think they're really, really gross. Like, which is to say, like, if it's your thing, that's great. I don't like it at all. But it's just so fucking funny, because it immediately puts people on the defensive. Immediately, they're either like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or, what do you mean? At least they're not farts. There's some people who are into farts, and I'm like, I don't like that either. I'm not a huge fan of that. Welcome on, Houses Set Fire. Okay, there we go. It took me a bit. Welcome on in. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. At least they're not farts. That is an unfortunate truth. I would rather sniff a burp than a fart. Guess gases coming out of me are not my yum. Yeah. Which, like, you know, hey, if they are your yum, great. Under no circumstances are you to bring that energy here. I will send you to Jesus. You will meet God, and he will find you lacking. Stargate processing error. Burping is a no-no. Is everyone acting up for the sake of their bingo card? I feels like it. I need to start doing the Pronzo thing. Hold up, I need to get better about, like. Unfortunately, the model doesn't have good armpits. I need to be able to raise my hands higher, so I can do the PZ thing. just activate chat. Like, you kept promising to fool me, but it hasn't happened yet. Listen, I'm very tired. I can't. Let me be honest with you. I can't fold my fucking laundry. How am I supposed to fold you? What do you want from me? Starky, you can't Pronzo without a pit cam? Okay, that's fair. Which means I can't Pronzo until I hit Twitch partner. I can't. You know what? I'll keep making the jokes. I've never hit Twitch partner, so it's fine. Okay, but as a kid, my mom asked me if I was a fart smeller or a smart feller, and I jokingly sniffed it every time there's farts mentioned to be cursed. Folks joined into Torment streamer. Can I tell you the funniest verbal fuck up I ever had as a child? Imagine being able to be folded. When I was a child, I was describing, I can't remember who, I was talking about someone who's like very uptight personality. And I knew what the phrase was. I just misspoke. And I described them as anally receptive. And in that moment, I decided that life isn't worth it, and I returned to the sea. Oh my god. My parents laughed so fucking hard when I said that. Congrats, you got someone a bot. I was like 12 at the time, by the way. I understood the mechanics of sex, but still had no sex drive myself. So I was just like... And immediately I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Is it anally retentive? Oh no! And so my parents and my siblings were also there, just like, Starky, please, you can never say that again out loud in public. It's fine if you call someone anally retentive. You have to get it right though. My mom calls me daddy sometimes because of a bizarre game involving me farting, clowns, and scaring a baby. Kasai, what the fuck is your relationship with your parents? I guess parent specifically in this case. What does any of that mean? None of those words are in the Bible. I'm pretty sure saying them is a sin in and of itself. In fact, it's the mortal kind. You've cursed me to hell by forcing me to read that at gunpoint. In fact, sorry, Kasai is right behind me. Please, help, I beg of you. He's got the gun. I don't want to die. I'm not ready to... I am so sorry. I am bringing the big energy today. And on that day, Starky became gay. Keep that in mind, folks. If you say the wrong words, you will be gay. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly... That's exactly what happens. Welcome on in, Big Bird. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we shout for Big Bird? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm deep in my gremlin hours at the moment, so I apparently got like a whole bunch of energy that was just like built up during the 2 days I took off. So it's like I'm just deep on my bullshit. You know you're gay when RuPaul gives you a rainbow flag on your birthday. I told this story a couple of times on stream, but I still think it's like I came out to my parents when I was 15. And actually, like, I remember exactly what happened. I was kind of flirting with the idea of like, oh, like, you know, I might be gay. And then I was on the edge of the furry fandom. So I read a comic that's actually by like a bit of an older furry artist named ISO. And it's basically the entire comic is about like exploring sexuality and being okay with recognizing that you fall outside of the like archetypical like attractions. Which was like really, really inspirational for me as a kid, but it also like made me real depressed one day. Because I was like, I want to tell my parents, but like I don't know if they're gonna be okay with it. So like my mom's like, because like my mom's very like intuitive. She knows me really well, so she was like, Starky, something's clearly bothering you. You need to tell us. And I'm like, like I was 15. I was 15 and like clinically depressed. So I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't have the spoons for dealing with this shit. I'm in high school. And at some point I'm just like, fuck it, who cares? I'm gay. And my dad was like talking to my mom, and he's like, he's making a joke. He's fucking with us. My dad thought I was legit joking about coming out. And it was an entire fucking thing. Where it genuinely took him, I think, a couple of days to realize, oh wait, he was serious about that. So anyways, I don't know if that's better or worse than being disowned. I think it's still better, it's just not good. It's not the correct response to a coming out. There's chemicals in the water turning the birds gay. I actually stressed myself out to the point of mental breakdown after coming out to my mom when I was 14, that I had a counselor call my mom with me on a speaker, all that for my mom to say, oh, I know. Oh, I'm so sorry, but those are the best stories. The rules of the game I played sounded really wrong when explained, but like, I've shared a bed with my mom, completely innocent. Hey, Kasai. I'm gonna tell you, there's certain things that you just don't need to explain. They're better left unexplained. This is one of those things. But yeah, no, so like that was a full force thing where I was like, okay, Kasai's been on a tangent this whole time. Which is really fucking funny because I have the absolute worst luck of like when I'm in regards to coming out to people. I came out to my parents, my dad thought I was joking. I came out to my friends from college. One of my friends came out and was like, yeah, I'm trans. And it's like, okay. and they joke to this day they stole my thunder. Because I was like, guys, I'm gay. And they're just like, oh yeah, I'm trans too. And I'm like, oh, okay. Sure. All right, spotlight's off me. I'm gold. I'm gold. Right, I recognize that I was very fortunate in the coming out process because for most part of my family is really supportive. I'm glad. I'm really glad you had a supportive family. Let me be so deep in the closet that I'm out to people that I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Your parents don't need to know shit. Sincerely. Like, you couldn't wait 5 minutes? It was literally back to back. It was literally, they feel so bad about it to this day, and I think it's so fucking funny. But like, here's the thing. You don't have to tell your parents shit. Like, sincerely. Because, like, you don't get to choose who your parents are. And your parents might not be the people you actually need to support you as you grow and develop. And in some cases, they are exactly the opposite kind of people you need as you grow and develop. So, like, if you don't feel safe coming out to your parents, don't do it. Like, this is like a general PSA for anyone who is, like, in the closet still. Being out of the closet's great. It's not worth your health and safety. Welcome on in, Riss. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Can you shout out for Prenoski, Riss? Yeah, coming as your choice, no one else's. Exactly. Which is why, anyone who forces someone else out of the closet, should be shunned. Forever. What's up, Crisp?
Apparently to my father, he knew I was gay since I was 8 years old.
Oh my God.
I actively had a bet with my mother that I was gay. This is also the same person who said my Mystery Dungeon in Pokemon Diamond you play as a trainer, while in Mystery Dungeon you get to play as a Pokemon you
Oh my
truly knew
God.
I would grow up to
That's
be a
fucking
gay furry.
spectacular. That's so funny. He was like, I raised this child from the moment they were born. They're destined to become a gay furry. Oh my God. I respect it. I respect that level of like, yeah, I know. I will say, the process of coming out to my sister though was really funny because I told my brother. Like, my brother knew, my parents knew. I hadn't come out to my sister yet. And my brother was trying to be really supportive, but he got really fucking drunk, and he was like, I think he feels a little guilty about it. But like, if you're there lurking, I sincerely think it's adorable. He was just like, you still love and support us no matter what, right? Like, multiple times in a conversation. You have a sister? I do. I rarely talk about her. Because, like, I don't have that many stories, recently regarding her. Because, like, she doesn't live as close as the rest of my family. But I do have, and she's very sweet, and I love her to death. Oh God, my sisters were a trip to tell. So, like, at some point, my sister was just like, hey, monkey, is Starky gay? And he was just like so defeated because he was like, he accidentally outed me, put me out of the closet, which was fine because like I didn't care if she knew at that point. Like I was relatively confident enough with myself where I was like, yeah, it's fine if she learns. Like if she asks, I'll tell her, but I'm not gonna like make a big deal out of it. And my sister were tripped to tell they were 7, 7, and 5. Oh my God. That has got to be an experience and a half, though. To be like, oh yeah, no, I got to... Because like, here's the thing, like, I've never been the older sibling. I'm the youngest of me and my 2 siblings. And then, like, I had a bunch of, like... Growing up, I had a lot of, like, functionally extended family members because, like, my friends were basically, like, extra siblings. Like, they would show up to dinner very, very frequently. Like, my mom was the kind of person who would take care of people, like, regardless of how they were related to us, if she knew they needed help. So, like, I basically grew up with, like, 2 blood siblings and then, like, 5 adopted siblings. It was weird, but it, like, honestly, I'm glad. Oh, hold up. Wrong button. I have the wrong button. I want to go to Pride because the current climate and things invited my mom, who I assumed I was coming out because she doesn't get how Ace is in the LGBT spectrum, or how people can be and support as an ally. I mean, listen, it's not a great thing, but like I genuinely think that's probably coming from a place of like misinformation. Like she just like doesn't know. Like it's uninformed. Funny story, a coworker of mine has a crush on me, and my boss, that was my brother's friend, told me, and he knew that I was gay. I never told him. That's great, honestly. Here's the thing. Gay magnetism is very real, unironically. And you said like could be a blood sibling with enough time on the battlefield is a wild thing to say. Might add a wrong button to the bingo sheet. That is probably a good addition, honestly. Because that does seem to happen, like, somewhat frequently. But no, like, there are definitely certain times where I'm like, points at you. You are gay. There's definitely, which, like, I feel bad because, like, one of those people that, like, I know is, like, almost certainly in the closet is, like, an extended family member. And it's on the... I don't talk about much about my family because a lot of it's trauma. Like, sincerely, a lot of it's trauma, which is like, it's a heavy topic. I don't necessarily bring it up in stream because it's like, you know, it kind of kills the mood. My family, my cousin who's gay, or at the very least gives very strong homo vibes, is in a very, very fundamentalist Catholic family. So yeah, it's not a great thing. To be honest with you, I don't even know, because like I never came out to that extent, any of my extended family members, and I don't plan to. But it's possible that it fucking like snuck out, and if it did, I don't care, because like I'm never interacting with them. I'm the gay cousin, just not Starky's. Lol. I guess I would also qualify as the gay uncle. I do now qualify as the gunkle. I'm in fact a gay uncle. So like, you know, I get to hold that particular trophy as the gunkle. That is, I will take that to my deathbed. That I was the gunkle. What's up, Chris?
We're the wretch.
Welcome to StarkyMorph. After we missed 2 streams, we got like 5 minutes of gameplay in over an hour and
Listen.
20 minutes of stream time, and we call StarkyMorph the just chatting streamer.
Listen, it's because I built up all of the just chatting vibes. I gotta get them out of me before I can play the game. Wait, you two? Yes, I have a nephew now. So I'm a gunkle. I'm also a gunkle, but I raised the kid, and that's a story for another day. You only hold the title until Monkey experiments with bisexuality. Listen, Monkey is straight as it comes. He is the level of straight where he's capable of doing shit more gay than me. Like he is unquestioningly confident in his sexuality to the point where he can just do shit because it doesn't mean anything to him. Like, I sincerely think anyone who would play gay chicken with him would lose. Because it's just like, those are just actions. There's no intent behind them. Also, the fact that he's very ace. And even then, it's like, I think I might have infected Monkey with macro. You can't lose gay chicken when you're pan. My siblings acted like they had to speedrun kids. I have so many nieces and nephews. Oh my god. It's good to know she'd be supportive, but also kind of annoying after the first time clarifying I care about issues that don't directly affect me. Monkey's is straighter. Yeah, he's... Like, here's the thing. I think it's just like... Because he's very ace. He's very ace. But I think it's also just like... It's ace... Demi, very specifically female attraction. Is straighter than a ruler? Yes, absolutely. I just found out I have a nephew 3 weeks ago. Gay chicken sounds like an experiment someone would use as a college thesis. Wait, Chow, have you never heard of gay chicken? Because like it's actually a thing. The point of it is that it's like chicken, where it's like you bet each other to do something stupid, and then the first one to back out loses. Except it's gay. So you do something very gay until someone backs out. And so that's how you have, like, prep. Is chat too young to know gay? No fucking shot. I'm pretty sure Chow is older than I am. Mind you, do not post your age in chat. Should we crucify... What? Should we crucify Starky because it's funny? What part of the crucifixion process is funny to you, Cyriel? I've never lost, so it's not gay chicken to me. Fair enough. Hey, Cyriel? Hey, Cyriel, what part of the crucifixion is supposed to be funny? It is a literal torture and murder device. Why? Why are you like this? I need explanations. I need explanations for how you turned out to be the way that you are. Cyriel getting nailed is not the same as getting railed. Thank you. Okay, I'm upset that there's 2 yes votes, but thank you for the 4 no votes. To quote ad, what part of the crucifixion is supposed to be funny is what? It's not, you're not wrong. That is a direct quote. Goddamn, if that isn't divorced from all context. Oh my fucking god. That's so fucking funny though. I respect it. The game does not help. The game does not help either. Yeah, the fact that it's Amber Isle actually makes it so much fucking funnier. Because it's just this cute dino game. What part of the crucifixion is supposed to be fun? Like that brings advanced energy to the yard, and I don't know how to feel about it. Okay, I need to make sure that because I think this is the food ambiance. All right, Raptor Rinser. All right. You know what? That the quote 1 is still accurate to this day. What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Fun fact, if you eat Subway while watching StarkyMorph stream, you just fucking die. Don't test this out.
This stream is brought to you by Subway. Eat fresh. Eat freef. I fucking love when they just like ruin brand names by just turning them into something very, very dumb. For an island of dinosaurs and prehistoric people, there's not a lot of eating each other. Listen, this game is not to appeal to forests. This game is very wholesome and very sweet. There is no vor in Bossing Say. Why the fuck do I need what is the furry fandom that I feel like I have to like specify that? Also, I don't think any of the fucking I think some of the mushrooms might have sold. Subway Good Pet. Subway Good Pet is actually wild. I respect it. But it is wild. We have a bingo. Congrats, NPC. Oh yeah, that's right. NPC, feel free to send your bingo card over to Sawyer to be verified. Can you give someone else the bingo? Speaking of the band, Sleep Token is a song called Vor. You know what? That did it. I just realized it's fucking. The final thing was Vor, wasn't it? I didn't expect Vor to be such a. I was like, oh yeah, Vor, it's fine. Like that won't get activated that frequently. It's been like multiple activation points, and I'm kind of upset that it actually is like worked out really well. Nami, yes, NPC is the one. I was missing Lab Talk, Subway, Good Puppy, Starky's Dinosaurs. I guess it's because Vor comes up. Yeah, it's kind of inevitable. It's not quite the same level as like what's the one? Snakes, I think, is the most inevitable Vor discussion point. Like snakes, and then probably second to that it's dragons. I feel like dragons are also very Vorny. Maybe that's just me. Also, inflates you big and round. When I think inflates you big and round, my immediate assumption is raccoon sonas.
Okay, you know what? The Borb is here. The Borb does not respect you. The Borb does not respect your kinks. Starky, where's the Borb drones? Good question. Terrific question, in fact. I got nothing for you. That predates predators, humans. Fair enough. But in fact, if you eat Chick-fil-A while watching Starky stream, you believe since the 40K universe, that one's just accurate. So anyways, I'm sorry to assign all
Raccoon sonas the status of inflation kinksters, but I've yet to meet anyone where like it doesn't apply. So you're just gonna have to hold that L. I'm sorry. You know how it is. You know how it is in this bitch of a world. Why the fuck are raccoons into inflation? But in fact, all skunk furries have a musk fetish. This is okay. Here's the thing. If you have a skunk sona, I don't necessarily think that you have a musk fetish, although it's definitely a strong indicator. What I do think is that you are into some serious kinks. Like, goddamn. I saw an article about China making prototypes of drone taxis. It's because their balls grow. That's tanukis. And Tanukis are also like Tanukis are universally into TF, or at least some variation of like transformation. Because I guess like muscle growth also like counts as a form of TF for like the one Tanuki I know that is not into TF. I will not take this rack slander. Wait, Mad Hatter, are you a raccoon? Are you a Raxona? Have I been slandering you? Why am I good at bingo? Yes. Okay, so the question is, what's my voice cracking? The question is, inflation, yay or nay? Tanuki first has some serious big ball. Yeah, I feel like the thing with Tanukis is like, Tanukis are either into TF. Wait, someone voted yes. Do you want StarkyMorph to vor you? Yes, please eat me. What? No. I plead the fifth. You're not defending the case that all Raxonas are into inflation. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. I'm not judging. I'm just saying the truth. Guvor is fucking great. Listen. At this point, I've more or less made peace with the fact that, like, I do find some aspects of Vor appealing. Welcome on, Emerald. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I've made peace with that. Wow, Starky to way to stereotype raccoons. I know like 7 different people with raccoon sonas, and every single one of them is into inflation. At what point did it just become part of the sona identity? It's like it'd be like giving me shit for making fun of snakes for being collectively into Vor and hypnosis. Have you seen any snake sonas that aren't into Vor and/or hypnosis? Starky, I'm the one rack without kinks. Casa, we've been over this. You're into girl doms. You want to be dominated by a lady. Casa is a raccoon sona and he's not into inflation. You can claim to not be into inflation, but I don't believe you don't have any kinks. I always find it absurd that Pepe Le Pew to be booted from Space Jam 2 and future Looney Tunes productions, only for a Clockwork Orange gang and Pennywise the Clown being in the movie. Yes, looks at Dag. Yeah. Listen. To be fair, Dag doesn't try to hide it. I don't think. I'm to some kind of the stereotypes where kobolds are into dragons. Wait. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with Dragon Sonas. Dragon Sonas are like usually horny. Like that's the stereotype I have for them. But even more than that, the stereotype that every Dragon Sona has, they are all super into attention stuff. Like every Dragon Sona I know is like super into like the idea of like either being like coddled as a pet or being like worshipped like a god. That is every fucking Dragon Sona. Imagine having Kink sit Keely in the horny jail. Listen, it is something about this game where every time I fucking played on stream, we inevitably turn to Kink talk. It is not my intention. It just happens. My dragon is just into flying. Which am I, Starky? Both. Depends. It seriously depends on the day. It does depend on the day. I walked into Kink talk, huh? Welcome on in, Cowboy. Bodacious. Good day, Sweet Bean. Yep, we Thursdays we play this game and apparently talk kinks. I don't know what the link is. I think it's because y'all like dinosaurs. To be honest with you, I also like dinosaurs. So like I can't necessarily give you a shit because dinosaurs are pretty neat. What kink is the current discussion? We were talking about the kink stereotype for dinosaurs is in that they're all into like some like either like a body worship as a kink or what's the term for it? It's not compliments. It's like it's more than that. Praise. Dragons with praise kinks. I had friends that said everyone that he has a robot Sona eventually turned into a Scaly. Want to see my current VR chat avatar? Hold up. Do I count as a robot Sona? I am nanomachines. I do really like Scalies too. I've been tempted to make a Scaly Sona. So like, I guess to be fair, like, cause Finn is half dragon. So I guess I also agree to that. I've seen a lot of dubs / Som and BDSM kinks and dinos. I definitely think like the kink I most closely associate with dinosaurs is is definitely like dominance and submission. Like the primal level where it's like artificial slime sona, you tend to be more bird. That's fair. Something with stone in it, huh? Oh, fuck me, I forgot to add the draw me a sore. Either bird or ooze for Starky. I suppose that's fair. Alright, hilltop table. I'll take your money. And I have an important question for you, Starky. Go for it. The Dragons have a praise kink that explains a lot with Dragonborns in BG3. Musicians. I definitely just made a bunch of musician items. Do you think horses like me? What kink comes to mind? Breeding. that's the immediate one. Horses are either into breeding or what's the other one? The one that kind of goes with that, like hyper. That was quick. Listen. You look me in the eye and you tell me that there's another very like you tell me if there's any other kink that even is remotely closely associated with horses. Like it is primary breeding, secondary hyper. Never been a hyper fan myself.
Mitochondria are membrane-bound cell organelles.
Mitochondria. Cockledry does also make sense.
Chemical energy needed to power the
Sorry,
cell's
why are you telling me about the
biochemical
mitochondria?
reactions. Chemical energy produced by the mitochondria is stored in a small molecule
Pony play, you
called
fool.
adenosine triphosphate, ATP.
Here's the thing.
Mitochondria contain
I
their
don't
own
think of,
small
like-
chromosomes. Generally,
Chris, why are you like
mitochondria,
this?
and therefore mitochondrial DNA, are inherited only from the mother.
Thank you. I feel very informed. Here's the thing. Because like whenever I think horses, I definitely think like horses. A, the breeding thing, but also B, because it's a very dominance heavy thing. So like in my mind, like that's dominant. Like pony play is very much like more a submissive person's game than it is like, you know, it's not necessarily like, you know, because like the horse thing of like, oh, you know, big, strong, powerful, horny breed thing. Also, they aren't real. Yeah, fun fact, horses aren't real. Goodbye, horses.
Say goodbye to your kneecaps, Chucklehead.
Thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate the bits. They're very shiny. What's the cell structure of a StarkyMorph nanomachine? Good question. The joke answer is that I'm just made of millions of nanofied borbs. Just because I watched Totally Spies, played Badgers Inside Story, and watch a lot of ASMR doesn't mean I have a kink. Kasai, we've been over this. Dominatrixes and rope. Those are your two kinks. You got at least two of them. But you know, I think cuckolding is probably the other thing I would associate with horses. Imagine being into bondage or rope, just because I could not be me. Yeah, so real. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to dominate, but something else, putting on that bridle and reins and letting someone else take the lead horse to do it that side of it, I suppose that's fair. I guess it's just like when I see less in art. That means that the bodacious cowboys is our figment of imagination, which means Starky wears our schizophrenia pills. My kink is finding out what your kink is. I think that's like, okay, that's actually like not, that's a pretty accurate way of describing kink for me as well. It's like, I have the kinks I'm comfortable with, like the ones that I actively enjoy. The ones that I'm like, okay, I can do this for a partner, and then the ones that are like hard-nosed, and definitely like in that middle zone, it's like if the person I'm talking to is really into something, it's really fun teasing them about it, so long as it's like to a level where like I feel comfortable. Because like certain stuff, it's like I'm like, no, thank you. I find that deeply unappealing. And some of the stuff is just like, as long as I'm not the person experiencing it, I don't care. I love this TV emote. It's great. All right, we need a musician item. I like that this, like, imagine this cute little dinosaur just being like, what the fuck are you talking about? How dare I be booped? But yeah, no. I think that's fair. But yeah, no. Like, I think that's, you know, I feel like that's part of like maybe being the ace thing, where it's like I find sex unengaging. I'm like I find kink stuff to be more interesting as like a form of like emotional closeness. Maybe that's just me being Demi though. I have a musician item for sure. Where the fuck is it? Did I put them all on display? Surely not. There we go. Sitting on a Switch, while I love the Dom, I do let the partner take the lead. Sex are great, but you just ever want to be held, cuddle, snuggles, kissed, and be told you're a good boy? Exactly. To be fair, I definitely prefer doing that to a partner rather than experiencing myself. Like how Starky calls me out on something slightly different every time I say I got no kinks. I've said girl boss every time. It's just been like variations of that. Sex is natural and how we learn more of each other more intimately. Exactly. What's up, Chris?
I want someone to just fuck me harder than a Dow Jones was fucked today. Just absolutely fucked hard without mercy or remorse.
Why did I press enter? Because that is gold. That message you typed is pure gold. You're correct. I need... Hold up. We're having an ADHD moment. Because it's the fucking... Because literally, what you've said is just fucking... Is just this. Chris has his dragon boyfriend. I fucking love that you're correct, Taurus. Same bestie. I need to put this. This might be button worthy. The thing is, I want to keep buttons below 30 seconds, so I would need to cut this. You are smart. Although I think I'm currently touched as of late, would love to be cuddled by someone, told it's gonna be alright and just say I'm a good boy. I think everyone wants that currently. I'm not gonna lie with you. It's life is. Can you cut the laughing sailor video? Okay, we got another musician order. There we go. Thinking I made these drummer shells. I mean, unironically, ask your friends if they want to cuddle. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Especially, like, you know, if you have friends, just ask them, be like, hey, can we have a platonic cuddle? And sometimes they'll say yes, and those are great. I do this to Starky all the time. Yeah. Well, the good news is failing a thing doesn't reset the streak, which is good. I don't have anyone around that it would be appropriate with. DM'd you a new button, Starky? Oh my God. Are we gonna even complete a single day cycle at this rate? What in God's... It's giving, like, content aware. That's just
What does this button do?
I'm still not, because it's just fucking like this is a dying breed of YouTube video. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking pull it back up. Oh, sorry, hold on, we gotta capture the cat real quick. Anyways, because like no, stop, go back. Like, this is just straight up a fucking, like this is a dying breed of YouTube video. Why don't I see the button? I also sent you something, Starky. We're not completing a single fucking day cycle of this video game, are we? Because, like, it's, like, not often you see videos like this anymore, where it's just, like, a really low quality clip of a moment from like, a well-known series. Like, that's... Okay, well, I guess, you know... We are Borb now. We've transcended the 3D realm to return to 2D. I also sent you something, Starky. I don't think I've received anything. You've sent me nothing. I've received nothing. Well, come on. I know something similar to that, which is Invincible. To be fair, apparently the Invincible community has been losing their goddamn minds which I think is really, really funny. Because, like, I know nothing about Invincible. All I know is that, like, apparently y'all have been waiting a long time for animation quality to happen. Oh, hold up a moment. I just realized I never hit Amethyst. Sorry, are you sure? I sent it to Kasai, Starky to... Yeah, I figured it out. I'm truly drunk. Check DMs. Alright. Turning ketchup into wine is wild. Yeah, this is like, because like I watched a video of someone who was just like, yeah, the fucking the Invincible community is experiencing incredible brain rot. What is... Yeah, this is the level of shit. Like, the fucking... The Invincible community is not okay right now. It's just shit like this where it's just like, are you sure? I just show you the 2,000 episode series of someone playing with Pokemon plushes on camera. Oh... The fucking...
We're rats. We're the rats.
What's up, Chris?
Are you sure?
What the fuck? I have not seen anything from Invincible, so I have no context for any of this. This is just the revival of YouTube poops. This is the pixelations. Oh, sorry, this... if you're sure. Hey, does someone want to check up on the fucking Invincible fans? Oh, so this was sent to me by Soriel. That's... The fucked up thing is, like, ketchup actually has enough sugar content where this would be fine. Are you sure? I really hope it does the fucking, like, mead thing where it just doesn't at all taste like the thing it was put in. Well, I need to go. My tummy hurts. You know what? Depending on how this goes, I could see this being like a really good savory wine, like a savory mead. Send it to Pop Mutt. One moment. Pop Mutt must see this. I have sent it to Pop Mutt. What? Okay. Here's the thing. Like, I could almost see it work, because there are genuinely, like, there are grape wines that are savory. I could see it working on that level. Like, that is not necessarily outside of the realm of possibility. It's just like but it is like you are doing something very specific. DD session that got super emotional last night because I turned into a young white dragon. Killed 2 party members, was able to have a demigod cast resurrection. Basically come back as a different race, and the other decided to let the character stay dead. He gave up the gift he would have received from the demigod in return from 2 players to have their characters come back. Listen. Sometimes party conflict is fun, but also you have to approach it very specifically. You know? Because it's like, oh, yeah, we Invincible friends are brain rotted by the plot getting derailed by a multiverse subplot that isn't needed. Hey, Starky, what's up? I cried hard. I need to actually, because I want to do some DMing stuff. I need to just, like, the biggest thing is find time to plan it out with people. I get my boon to bring them back. Are you sure about your DMs? I saw the message, are you sure? But also, Cyril sent me a thing. Okay. I saw the are you sure? I was sure that I was sure. I'd be down to do D&D. I'd have done it before. The big thing with, like, is, like, I need to, like, figure out, like, a party. And also, like, it would probably be a stream thing. Son of a bitch. Something small. I actually do have a thing specifically for that. It's work time. Let's get this over with. Y'all have a lovely night. Thank you for stopping by, Razzie, you sweet bean. Go take care of yourself. Hopefully work goes smoothly. Petite planter. But yeah, no. Like, because it's one of these where it's like, I almost, like, wonder if I could turn it into, like, a collab thing. Also, I would need to probably familiarize myself a little bit with D&D some more. Because that would be probably the system I want to run it in. The war crime is gone good. Something wooden. Get this out of my fucking inventory. The war crime is gone good. It's gone, but not forgotten. Oh, yeah, that's right. He gives me a ton of extra inspiration instead of money. Which, like, I actually do need inspiration more than money, so... Alright, level 3 with him. Perfect. Also, like, I need to find people who very specifically have not played the game that I would be pulling some of the source material from, which is Dota. So I could inflict it on Papa. I'm, of course, kidding. If only just because, like, I feel like with, like, collabs with big-name streamers are, like, they're a little bit harder to do as, like, a small streamer. Even though, like, Papa's a close friend, because it's, like, it's one of those things where it's, you know... I feel like, with close friends, there's almost, like, an inauthenticity to, like, being on stream. Even though, like, I'm myself, you know?
Yo, what's up? Taco Bell is here to not sponsor to the stream. Want to buy a mid-fucking taco and a decent burrito, then go to your local Taco Bell today. We are both the shit and shit at the same time.
My brainworms want me to play DVD. Why? Do not listen to the to the voices that tell you to do something like that. If you listen, the voices that are telling you to hurt yourself should not be listened to. They do not have your best interest in mind. Speaking of DBD, like, as I genuinely question, like League of Legends is bad, but I actually wonder if it is sincerely like more toxic than Dead by Daylight. Today is the last day to get Pinhead and his cosmetics. DBD is so much worse. I guess to be fair, have you played? Have you played both? Never touched DBD. The new killer's out. I need to play it. Oh, the fucking the Tokyo Ghoul killer. I have 1K hours in DBD. Jesus. I remember when DBD was like the haha like funny hide and seek game before it turned into the infinite sweatfest. I got Roblox to play Forsaken or Daybreak instead of DBD. What is Forsaken and Daybreak? There we go. Oh, hey, we reached level 2 friendship with her. I'll be honest with you, like, Roblox is like a bit of a weird thing. Because, like, I do think I would genuinely enjoy playing it, but also, Roblox is kind of like a fucking bizarre, like, I feel like you have to have, like, a guide to introduce you. Intelligence saving throw to not stay in survival mode and had to attack them after we killed an Aboleth Hydra. The other players were super cool about it and weren't mad at all, and when they heard me break down about it, they helped me calm down. Different asymmetric horror games. Daybreak is more like Dead by Daylight, though. be fair, there's a game that we've discovered that's very asymmetric, called Last Train Out of Wormtown, that has definitely caused a non-zero amount of salt. I feel like that's just like something intrinsic to the asymmetric game design. With something like that, where it's like one versus many, it's like you're naturally going to introduce some salt factor. My sister actually got doxxed on Roblox last night. Jesus. About the rest of the story, I got wish to actually be able to essentially true polymorph into a dragon at will, but it's based off my emotions. I can't turn back willingly in last hours. The emotion was survival, and it's a dragon equal to my level. I become that dragon physically and mentally. It's a coin flip between metallic and chromatic. Coin landed on the white dragon and couldn't roll more than a 7. Oof. But yeah, no. Listen, there's a reason that calm emotion is like actually unironically a really useful spell. I thought it was a meme, but no, I've found a lot of utility for calm emotion. Like it is genuinely a really handy spell. Oh no, not her. She doxed me. Oh my god. Gardener. I don't know if that qualifies as Gardener, so I'm not gonna risk it. Because I have a streak to protect. She just said my real life name. Depending on what your real life name is, that's not that bad. Yeah, I was all kind of chokes up. Because like, if you're like me and you have a relatively common first name, that's fine. My last name, however, that's very specific, so... Suffice it to say, I will never be mentioning it. Or I will be fucking cutting it from everything that has ever existed if it does get mentioned. Ah, yes, chat. Starky's real name is... I've said my IRL real name. Just, like, not my last name. Because, like, that actually is, like, a meaningful problem to be found out. But also, the good news is I'm a small enough streamer where it's, like, probably not a problem. Starky does not have a real name. Yes. My first name sounds common, but it's heard more as a last name than a first name. Interesting. Also, this is by no means, you know, do not go about, you know, doxing yourself by revealing information about your name. I have your resume. Oh yeah, that's right. You actually do have my resume. I forgot, like, you actually do know my full name. I read I had like a bunch of furry friends check that, so whoopsie doopsie. I won't remember a name if you told me. Locke can blackmail you, amazing. To be fair, I'm pretty sure I have Locke's name, so like, you know, that's fine. Mutually assured destruction. Also, that's the thing with furries, like furry interaction. It's like there's just this mutual agreement that neither of you acknowledges each other's real names when you get a commission. Also, we're about to run our second set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls so people don't immediately get nuked by Jeffrey Bezos as soon as they try to join the stream. Finding my name is not really that hard. Yeah. Oh, about to go into ads back in a bit. For sure. Go grab a snack. Go grab some hot water. Like, go use a restroom. Go take a short walk. We will be here when you come back. Can't be shamed if I'm not ashamed of what I've done. I suppose that's fair. I'm in the process of killing the part of me that feels shame. It's a long process, but you know, hey, I've killed the part of me that feels shame that was like, because I was lurking the furry fandom for a while before actually like officially joining, because I was like, I don't know, it's weird. And then like I'm like, yeah, who gives a fuck anymore? As far as my names, I just don't give a fuck. It's ad time. Go piss girly. It's pissing time. I love. I almost made the joke. it's. Hold up. What the Morbius? It's Morbius. Hold on. I need to make sure I. Pearly pendant and 2 money masks. I just realized something. I don't think I've ever seen StarkyMorph take a piss break from a stream. Bottle confirmed. No, I actually have done it a couple of times. Usually when I go longer. But for 3 hours, like, I just usually, like, go right before stream starts and then, like, right after. Because it's like, you know, I don't want to, like... I can only afford to stream 3 hours, so I fit everything I can into those 3 hours. I cram it in. If people don't think it be like it is, but it do. Nah, uses a diaper. Oh god. I'm not yucking anyone's yum, but I sincerely find like that kind of stuff to be genuinely disconcerting. It is as hard of a turnoff as I think I have. It's like, because it's just like bodily waste is like is immediate like a hard no from me. Anything that involves that is like yeah, it's just an immediate no thank you. Thank you, but no. Please go away. So you guys eradicates a friend from StarkyMorph's colleges. I believe them. No. Do not trust their lies. They will gaslight, gatekeep, and girl boss. Bro, I just found out that I have to make a 12K resolution version of a camera I plan on getting. Either rent it for MFF. That seems kind of excessive. Low-key. Like, that seems truly, truly excessive. I just realized I've never talked to you. I've never talked to Shelly, or whatever her name is. I just assume her name is Shelly, because she sells seashores by the seashore. She sells seashores by the seashell. There we go. I did it. Are you proud, chat? Excessively fun. Listen, here's the thing. I respect anyone who has like a hobby that is that in-depth, because I like to think that I'm not necessarily the best streamer, but I like to think that I put in enough effort where it does meaningfully show. I just like, man, some of the fucking tech is just so goddamn expensive. What's the Chris?
Say it 5 times fast too.
Seashore fish sheepor Schneepus. I've contemplated on renting a Cook cinema lens for MFF. For $500, I'll give a speech in front of people of how proud I am of you. Listen, here's the thing. I feel like most people would actively, like, you would need to pay them $500 to accept a speech of how proud you are of them. Maybe that's just a me thing, though. Maybe that's my own hang-up. I'm not, okay, I am getting better about it, because I used to be, like, I actually used to, like, actively despise the concept of being Starky doesn't have a praise king. I have, like, kind of the opposite. I have, like, like, because, like, you know, I just, like, I struggle to see them as, like, genuine sometimes. So, like, a lot of the times my brain interprets it as sarcastic. Which, like, I know isn't the intent, but, like, it actually can, like, genuinely annoy me. Like I said, it's the kind of thing where, you know, Starky into degradation. I don't know if that tracks. No, I'm not into that either. Okay. I'm not into degradation, but, and I know that's a dangerous but, I find myself more relaxed if someone is, like, comfortable enough with me to just, like insult me. It's not a kink thing. It's just like if you just say like, hey, fucker. I think it's like if someone says like, hey, fucker, and then a compliment, I actually take it significantly better than if it's just like given like 100% sincerely. Has StarkyMorph ever hunted someone down? What up? Someone down and killed them for sport. Starky would love to look down at you and treat you like garbage. Here's the thing. I can go real deep in the Dom mode. It is also just like to a level that people find excessive. And so I very rarely go like full like, you know, because like that's the point where it's like you are no longer being treated as a human, you are being treated as an object. Which is very much not everyone's cup of tea. But yeah, obviously no, Starky is not a killer. Sorry, damn, my compliments won't work, Sag. Here's the thing, I know they're meant in good faith. Like, but it is the kind of thing where like my brain interpret, like, my brain interprets them like less intensely. Like, you know, it's like, oh, it's like you're being polite rather than you're being sincere. And like that's the way that like my brain interprets that as like a form of self-preservation. Starky, please lock me in a stasis tube and treat me as a research material. I view you as someone who would kill, but only in self-defense or to protect a friend or someone you care for. That's more or less where I'm at, yes. I would try everything in my power to dissuade someone from pursuing violence using non-lethal means, but you know, if the matter is so extreme where like they do represent like a meaningful and extended threat on me or someone that I care about, more on someone that I would care about, like that's the moment where I'm like, I'm not pulling my punches. Which is also to say, like, I genuinely do not... I mean, if it's the right person, I can be an object. Fair enough. It's definitely the kind of thing where, like, I feel like it's because it's the difference between, like, fantasy and reality for some people, where it's like, in fantasy, it's a very hot idea. When actually, like, practically applied, it becomes, like, significantly more distressing than hot. Apparently, chat has decided that I am not a killer, which I do appreciate, because that is correct. Thank you, chat, for having a correct idea of how I operate. I just want a big, strong man to crush my head like a watermelon. But yeah, so I tend to be much more affectionate, Dom, when I am taking charge. I'm just a service burst, which really means I'm Dom top for men, because all the men just look at me and go daddy, and I have to dissuade them of that. Yeah. At some point, it's just like... and like, I don't necessarily mind being called daddy, but I actively, like, it's not something I'm Dom cuddle me. It's definitely not the kind of thing where I'm like, you know, I'm not going to actively engage with it. I'm just going to, you know, I'm not going to ask you to call me daddy. I'm not going to refer to anyone I'm romantically interested with as daddy. If it's your thing, go for it. I'm just going to kind of like blank out on it though. I feel like when a person calls top daddy without permission, then majorly turns the top off. It depends. It depends on like the top as a person. Like that is very much dependent on it makes me super uncomfortable. I'm neutral on it because I'm just like, it's, you know, it's not my thing, but like I recognize that it's the kind of thing that like someone else can be into, as long as it's not like taken to like an excessive degree where like they're like actually into the role-playing aspect of it. At that point I'm like, no thank you, please go away, leave my house, be gone with you. Farewell, farewell. Remember that comic where someone says I beg to differ, followed by okay then beg? Okay then, beg. That feels like something fucking Makima from Chainsaw Man would say. Okay, oh daddy, where's my allowance? I want to go to the mall. Like that, yeah. It's like if it's just a title, I'm more okay with that. If it's like a roleplay thing, I'm deeply uncomfortable. Please do not enter my domicile. I will call the police. But no, that's just a me thing. It's cause like it's the nature of like, you know, kink and communication in that like everyone's gonna have like different limits. It's like there's probably someone out there who's like immediately is like, yes, I I want nothing more than to be called daddy. It's like, but that's not me. I had someone once say, what are you gonna buy me, daddy, on a date? And I noped hard. Wait, was this to you or someone else? Because if it's to someone else, at that point it's like, okay, you get an immediate glimpse into what their dynamic is like. But if it's to you, it's like, oh god, no, please go away. To me, okay, yeah, that's an immediate ick for me. I will call my mommy mommy because it's technically accurate, but it makes folks awkward. They said it to me on a first date mid-meal. Ooh, that's incredibly disconcerting. Hey, listen, at least it's the first date. At least it's like immediate. It's like, okay, this isn't gonna work out. I've never heard of this cute furry game. Welcome on in, Cyrus. Good day, sweet pea. Can you shout out for Cyrus? Cyrus Lupus, formerly known as Cyrus Red Wolf, actually did a rebrand recently. But yeah, no, this is an adorable little like dino game where you get to play a dinosaur. Look at me. I made myself a T-Rex. At least I think I'm a T-Rex. I actually don't like. I'm not the neurospicy that knows dinosaurs. I'm not that flavor of neurospicy, unfortunately. I'm much more trains. Like that's my flavor of neurospicy. But yeah, it was fun hanging out with you Saturday. Because part of your redebut, you did some Fortnite. Dinos and Kinks, the theme of tonight's stream. Yeah. Okay, something about this game does like inevitably result in us talking about kinks, and I don't know why. And to be honest with you, it does frighten me slightly. I do think it's funny. Those Fortnite matches were hard. I mean, hey, I walked away with 1 win. That was more than I was expecting, because I know what my skill level is like. Low. Someone I work with definitely knows they're dinosaurs. It's one of their fixations. Or furries, everything goes back to kinks. You're not wrong. I guess to be fair, the kink talk this time was kicked off by someone mentioning Vor. Welcome on in, Giganta. Good day, Sweet Bean. Can you shout out for Giganta as well? Cute dinos make brain go burr. Exactly. Like, look at. Okay, hold up. I need to. Actually, to be fair, I don't want to spoil it because like there are a lot of dinosaurs in this game, and seeing their designs for the first time is kind of part of the fun. What's Vor? It's the number that comes after 3. I feel like it's also like a universal neurodivergent thing, because like I've made so many friends, like I've seen so many people where like they do that exact same thing, like they've not interacted with each other at all, and they pull stuff like that, where they're just like, yes, this thing that we clearly already know what it is, like what is it, and then you just cycle infinitely between like, I think it's the number after 4, number after 3. Actually it's the center of the planet. And then you know but each other. Virtual or you mine in the metaverse for daddy suck. Oh my god. Listen, I don't kink shame. But if your kink is Mark Zuckerberg, I'm going to kink shame. Because you need to respect yourself more. Actually, unironically, respect yourself more. Who's Daddy Zuckerberg, the guy who owns Facebook. What if you're into aliens? That is acceptable. You can do better than Zuckerberg, though. Then he's perfect. You can do better. You can do better. You can do better than a fucking capitalist alien. We need to go for fucking what's the Star Trek like space socialism style. I will dom you through your self-confidence crisis. I don't know, rich aliens, man. I feel like there's a joke here about Adastra, but I have not played Adastra to make it. So, for those of you who have played Adastra, make the joke in your head. You will believe in yourself. That is unironically. It's like the panel I saw on I think Twitter at the time, where it's like the hypnodom who hypnotizes you into like being a high-functioning adult who takes good care of himself. There's definitely a shorter version where it's just like he hypnotizes you into drinking an appropriate amount of water. Aim for a galactic emperor / empress at least. What is the minimum amount of money you would have to get for you to throw away your morals and dignity? It depends on what I'm being asked to do. The starting point is definitely 4 digits, though. For dignity. For morals, that's a little bit higher. Like, actually significantly higher. Because, like, that is a threshold I'm very reluctant to cross under any circumstances. it's just like, there's something to be said about like, you know, like I don't think I could ever be rich if only just because like, I'm the kind of person where like I see, you know, someone's going through a rough time and I'm like, even though I'm struggling financially, I'll give what I can to help out. I can be dignified in any scenario. Like I'm the kind of person where it's like, you know, like it'll be stuff that's like an amount that like lets them know that like, hey, someone out here cares, but not an amount that like I can't part with without like feeling in danger of like my own stability. So, you know, usually like $20-ish, you know, depending on how severe the problem is they're facing, like it might be a little bit heftier than that, but for me, being rich would just drastically improve what I eat. 24/7 chef, ready to make anything. I think like if I did become rich, I would just like if I became so rich that like I didn't need to consider like long-term plans and consequences, I would just become a full-time streamer. And like I would just like, you know, I don't think my lifestyle would meaningfully improve. Like I sincerely don't think that I would like go off the deep end and be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do all the fancy like rich people shit of like, you know, like getting a fucking $500 million house or whatever. So I could become instant poppy for going from con to con. I would definitely probably go to more cons. I don't necessarily know that would translate to popularity. Hearts. Breaking all the boys' hearts. Listen, I can break all the boys. I just won't break their hearts. Oh, there's a sweeter song than that of hammers and nails building something truly special. My house looks spectacular. I really can't thank you enough, lad. Feral Alien, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Clown Check. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. But if I could just ask one more thing. See, the quality of this workmanship is really second to none, and I have all my ice cream pails to organize before I can start selling my goods to the islanders. Do you think you could go grab me some things I need to build an ice cream stall worthy of my sparkly new home? Oh, that would just make my little heart sing. If I came into a large sum of money, I would tell no one, but there would be signs. Like, I don't necessarily, like, there would be signs. But it's also, like, I don't necessarily know that, like, you would need to know what to look for. Because a lot of it would just be like, hey, you know, like, I would just be getting a lot more, like, furry art. I would be getting a lot more furry art. I would become, like, more available to, like, do stuff. Because, like, I want to hang out with people on streams more. I just don't have the fucking free time. Because usually when people are streaming, it's during work hours. Isn't this just the cherry on top of the tastiest sundae ever? Starky, you really have a way of just making us islanders the happiest folk in all the land. Tell you what, you stop by any time and I'll make sure to hook you up with a super special Donnie discount. My treat. Now I wonder what Amber Owl's most popular flavor is gonna be. Panic at the Parlor. Welcome on an NX, hello you sweet bean. Can you shout out for NX? Starky, disaster has followed your old pal Donnie like a snowdrift in December. I was meant to start selling all my tasty treats today, but my ice cream melted in transit. What am I gonna do, Starky? I can't just whip up a new batch. I don't even have any ingredients gathered together yet. Breathe, Donnie. Breathe. You can fix this. So many awesome peeps, not enough time to hang out with them. Oh, absolutely. I know you can. Maybe if I gathered some new ingredients, some stuff never before tasted, we could make a brand new flavor just in time. Starky, I hate to ask, but do you think you could help me gather some new ingredients to help me out? If you can, could you give me some native berries so I can make an exclusive Amber Isle Berry Blast scoop? It'd really dig me out of the hole. Okay, Donnie, we can do this. It'll just take some positive thinking and a bit of elbow grease. I do love how I'm incidentally just speedrunning every single fucking, like, challenge the game has to offer. You know, like, I do wish I had more time to just, like, talk to people and just, like, you know. That's kind of, like, why, like, you know, I'm trying to be better about reaching out to people. It's hard. It's hard because I'm just, like, there's sometimes where I'm just, like, I have to get work done, and I'm, like, you know. Like, I just want to, I want to make friends. I want to make friends and smooch cute boys, and the fucking capitalism won't let me have this. Wow, look at how vibrant this ice cream ended up, Starky. Normally, with ice cream with natural colors and flavorings, the color is somewhat muted because of all the cream. but these berries have really helped me set out my stall. I've never seen an ice cream like this before. I don't know how I can repay you, Starky. There isn't enough music and ice cream in all the world I would give you. But you're invited to stop by any time for a song and a scoop of your choosing. I mean it. What concert are you thinking about? This year, probably just IFC, and we'll see about MFF. Because I am in the process of trying to relocate to Canada. Like that is the thing I'm currently in the process of trying to work on. It is slow going, mostly because I'm just... The job market right now is literally just like fucking... It's just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping anything sticks. Not even just like something, anything. It's fucking... It's a disaster to even get like an automated email reply that's like actually that's not the generic fucking like... If you're on like LinkedIn, there's like the generic email reply that's like, oh... Thank you for... They'll look at the fucking thing and they'll get back to you whenever they... Don't read it and ignore it and you're not getting the job. Fuck you. If you're on LinkedIn for any amount of time, you probably have seen that fucking message. And if so, I'm so sorry. Because I know the suffering that is dealing with that bullshit. But yeah. I hate... Why... I hate the fucking... The slice burger keeps showing up. But you know. So like that's just been my life. Is like trying my best. Doing the stuff that I find value in, but also trying to make sure that like I can do that in the long term by making short-term sacrifices. Which is like there's a lot of stuff I wish I could fix about stream. I just like I do not have the means right now to do so. I would love to like do more like, you know, clip editing so that way I could post it. Actually, I'm probably going to be opening a Skylight account, which is going to be... So Skylight is basically TikTok's analog to, so it's basically a TikTok-like, but for, I think it's built off of the Blue Sky, like, UI or API. So, I'm gonna try to post some stuff there and see how that does. Ah, yes, you there. You haven't eaten recently, have you? Then come and have a look at this. Chrysobacterium amberallensis. Now, can you tell me what's so fascinating about the appearance of this particular bacterial culture? We're on stream is definitely you're in the mood or you're not, no in between. I know, like, because like I wanted to work on it when I was off, like I couldn't stream Monday, Tuesday, and I just did not have the energy. And like, even the stuff that I was able to change, which was like adding the new spins to the spin redeem, like that was stuff that like I did quickly before stream started, and I felt bad because like I wanted to do more. I just like, I don't know, self-care is important, and y'all would have bullied me if I didn't wasn't taking care of myself. It's that you can just see it at all. Most microorganisms are just that microscopic. But this one, it must have found a remarkably nutrient-rich source of nourishment on this island. That's my leading hypothesis for how the culture has amassed this much. Well, mass. Testament to what can be achieved by several trillion of the little guys working together, wouldn't you say, stranger? Starky, quite right. I'm Raven Redwell, noted microbiologist and a professor of the field. Would you happen to know somewhere I can pick up the essentials while I'm working with this specimen? Starky's lab in the plaza. And it's yours? Well, then us meeting has been rather fortuitous for the both of us. They're the hydrate. See you there when I need something. I do like Raven's design. They definitely give ambiguous gender, and I respect that. You ever just see someone and you're like, they are so gender, and that I feel like that's Raven. Oh, I'm on a different Y level. That explains it. I was like, why the fuck? Why am I stuck? And then it's because, yeah, there's that, which is actually like really hard to see from the other side of it. There's a fucking cliff. Also, we got some more people to talk to yet. Help. Help, I'm stuck. There's something amazing about when you're like models, you can make models just rotate without like animating in video games. It's like one of my favorite like dumb things to do. Where it's just like, oops, 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 model doesn't work. Alright, they have to go up here in order to talk to this person. Oh, hello. Oh, what's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
Question: why play indie games when you could pay $90 for Mario Kart compared to $25 for the rest of Deltarune or another low price? Indie games are for poor losers.
I hope we start doing the meme where we're like, you could buy one Switch 2, or, and then just like something obscene. You could buy one Switch 2, or 3 eggs. Just something like, you know. Also, apparently, there was a post I saw today where it's like, are we heading towards a reality where the next iPhone will cost $2,500? And I'm like, oh, thank God I hate Apple. I cannot use Apple products. They suck so much. They're so frustrating to use. But it's also like, reading that and like realizing that it actually might be sincere and accurate was kind of fucking horrifying. You could buy one Switch 2 or 10 MTG pre-cons, one Switch 2 or 300 copies of Space Jam. We'll talk about how paying $90 for a Switch game as well as $450 for something with the worst battery life is a good idea. Shell for Nintendo. Pay for the shitty tech demo. Here's the thing. You can't. I won't hopeless core rant over something I don't agree about. I will. If you want, I can hopeless core rant about the fact that it's very silly that it costs that much. Yeah, I won't shill for Nintendo, especially because Nintendo has been actively pissing me off in the recent years. If you think the Gwendolyn Frostglider would be cotton wares, think again, delinquent. On guard! Wait, you aren't serious, are you? You want to make a friend? I'm sure there's no harm. No harm. Hopeless core rant about how Nintendo's garbage then? Alright. So you know what fucking company has been really testing my goddamn patience? Nintendo has been actively doing so much bullshit that's been fucking annoying me. Like, okay, setting aside, like, you know, the very clear, like, you know, abuses of, like, IP law, both here in Japan. Like, okay, whatever. Like, I can understand, like, you know, being a loss leader, you know, like, the technology improvement of the Switch 2 is, like, it's understandable you're gonna have to charge more. The thing I can't fucking forgive, though, is the game's costing $100. Who the fuck has that kind of money? Okay, yeah, we're returning to the era where it's like you're just gonna have to fucking buy a single game and be happy with it. Anyways, dang, Starky was prepared. Welcome on, monkey. That you sweet bean.
Yo, what up? I've cleared up the Temporal Gaunch anime, and I can't wait.
The Temporal Gaunch anime? Huh, that does not ring a bell. Also, in regards to anime, I did finish season 1 of Kaguya-sama. That show is so fucking cute. It's so goddamn cute. The ending was so adorable. Time travel lingerie? Oh, that's it. That's right, the thing we were talking about today at lunch. But no, the hopeless core rant is like mostly just a thing to like. It's just a redeem to let me say dumb shit. Hey, you aren't serious, are you? You want to make a friend? I'm sure that could be no harm. Starky, a pleasure, I'm sure. I need not explain what a blessing it is for a skater of my caliber to visit such a charming island. You hyped for July for Dandadan Season 2? Actually, yeah. I'm excited for more Dandadan. And you're a shopkeeper! My, how wonderfully local! I'm currently searching for a place to engage my training arc, as the hatchlings call it, away from prying competitive eyes. What's up? What's up, Chris?
Dictionary time. Gaunch meaning underwear, especially tight or uncomfortable.
Oh, fuck me. There was an SMBC comic recently about, like, a very, very dumb bit of, like... There's like an alternate name for oats that was, like, very, very, like... very suspicious. Cockles? No. Welcome on on in, Yinsid. Go on, you sweet bean. Can we shout for Yinsid? You know, he handled that spelling. He got close to actually saying dictionary. I need y'all to understand. My brain operates on the same level as Monkey Kensu, so if you don't understand what the fuck he's trying to say, that's a good thing. Like that's sincerely good for your mental well-being. Wait, I realized something. Tor has removed features for 100 USD as retro tracks are not returning. To be fair, like that's, you know, that's kind of missing the forest for the trees. The problem is that it's $100 at all. The problem is not, oh, these one features that like everyone enjoyed is missing, because it's clearly going for something different. I don't think they could meaningfully add retro tracks without like completely structuring the game around them. At which point, like, you're significantly like restricting what they can design. That having been said, who the fuck is buying $100 just to fucking play Mario Kart? Yeah, you could just emulate the shit for like the old Mario Karts on your computer. I'm just a Cookie Yin. We appreciate Cookie Yins. Cookie Yin is very cute. However, it remains to be seen whether or not you have the facilities for me. Anyhow, I'm afraid I simply must depart. You would not believe the length these fans go to, Starky. Adieu. Families with kids. Okay, but here's the thing. You're fucking raising a child in this economy. There's no way you have excess money to spend on bullshit like fucking video games. Hello? Do you know how expensive children are? They're way too expensive. Children are the definition of why it fucking costs so much and I'm not even having a good time. Like, you know? Okay, hear me out. They're preparing for the upcoming economy where we have 5 family households. That's $20 per family. Wait, you actually make an extremely compelling point. I have a question regarding a statement that you made in previous streams. I want to know more. Go for it. Like, okay. There's never been an argument that has been, like, there's never been a time where I think polyamory has been more understandable than the current socio-political, like, environment. Was it Chris?
You're saying who pays $90 for a game, the same people who pay deluxe editions or legendary edition for extra content that's not even done nor available day one.
Hold up, I fucked up. I fucked up. I accidentally unplugged my fucking stream deck. I was the FNAF lore Pizzagate. Okay. You're gonna start a fucking full conversation. Hold up a moment. I'm just curious and want to know more. Hold up. I accidentally unplugged my stream deck and now everything's breaking. That's like not new, but like.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
Okay, it's my stream now, everyone.
Okay, I figured it out. We got it. The fucking plugging in my stream deck. Okay, fun fact apparently. Plugging in my stream deck caused my entire You know what? Thank you, Sariel. Thank you. This does help. Plugging in my stream deck caused all of my fucking other USB things to unplug. So I had to reset my mic. Anyways, we're back. Okay, so to explain the Pizzagate thing, how do I even fucking... Okay. FNAF lore has either intentional or very concerning parallels to the Pizzagate way. Because the core of Pizzagate is based off of a old anti-Semitic idea called blood libel, which is basically this idea from medieval Christians that Jews were kidnapping their children to torture them and extract like basically torture them and extract a like a chemical that would grant them immortality. So like that is basically like this is a simplified version of what blood libel is. Like that is something that has historically happened between Christians and Jews. It's like a lot of fucking it's real dumb, real bad. No one I don't have to go into specifics about that. But there are upsetting parallels between, because like, the blood libel was reinvented, or was like basically reapplied to reality with Pizzagate. Because the idea was that, like with Pizzagate, that there was a cabal of, like incredibly hyper rich and hyper powerful people that were using the pizza, pizza stores to kidnap children to harvest them for adrenochrome. So like there's that parallel. Like this is not like that's not in any way a reach. That is literally like part of the founding ideology of Pizzagate, is that it's based off of the old anti-Semitic blood libel, claims. So that's just straight up a direct link. Thing is, when you take the lore of FNAF as it is a pizza parlor where children go missing because they are being tortured by a guy to extract a chemical with mystical properties named... Oh, what is it in FNAF lore? Fucking... Oh god, what's it called? The metal. I thought the whole thing stemmed from misogyny. Nope, not misogyny. Anti-Semitism. Because it was very specifically the idea that Jewish people were kidnapping Christian kids to torture them and extract the precious fluid. I can see the parallels now with Pizzagate and Remnant. Yep, that's it, Remnant. So yeah, I feel like it never gets talked about. Understandable, because you'd have to speak fluent dipshit to like actually interpret any of that. But no, like there is actually like meaningful parallels between Pizzagate and the FNAF lore, which has concerning implications given Scott Cawthon's personal history. So yeah, Scott Cawthon might be a Pizzagator. Allegedly. There are indicators that imply that there might be some connection there. Anyway, legalese. But yeah, today you learned. Anyone else want me to explain some dumb shit? Because like I'm like fascinated by dipshits. Not insofar as that like they need to be studied, but insofar as that like trying to piece together the worldview that generates the shit they do. It's like solving a puzzle, except the puzzle's written by a moron. I just realized it's been on screen the entire time. I came as soon as I heard. Where is it? The intended entity that's been terrorizing this place. Moving your keys, putting red socks in with white laundry, hypnotizing you to forget you took the covers off the bed until bedtime. It can only be a level 7 mischief menace. I'm looking for something made of stone, scree, or rubble, paperweights, pestle, and mortars, slate table mats, pet rocks, and any of these could be possessed by a geospectral entity. Yes, like a ghost in a rock. I can see there's work to be done before this island is truly safe. You're Starky from Starky's lab, my rock collection told me. I'm Vern Bouldergeist. Hey, is Emerald still here? Call me if anything you own moves on its own, floats in midair, or starts whispering about your dress sense. I do like his design. Also his shirt, which is just like it's just a diamond with a ghost tail. But you know, it's the world is weird. The world is weird. People are weird. Sometimes you can figure out where the weird is coming from. Other times they're kind of a lost cause. Hello, who are you? Oh, you're adorable. Okay, what is this word? Wine? Hello there, wine? Out for a walk, are you? I love a good bracing march. Och, you really all know you're alive when your lungs start to give out. I'm Orla Lilyshield, nursery key worker just across the archipelago. And yourself? Starky, lovely. And you run the wee shop by the pier there. Oh, she's Scottish. Does that make you... Does that mean you serve Gail Glamaclaw? Oh, nothing. It's only that I'm his... Only that I'm his mum. I just want to make sure he's eating right. Wearing enough layers and keeping up with his taekwondo. You know, the usual. But don't worry yourself, Starky. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping paleo folks safe. While keeping my distance. I love her. Wait. So she's the parent of Gail Glimmerclaw. Also, one thing I realized with Rusty, Rusty is actually blind. I didn't realize it until like because I play this a little bit in my own free time. While walking around, he just pulled out a cane to walk around. I was like, holy fuck. It was like, wait, that's adorable, because it is genuinely adorable representation, and I'm glad the game like does stuff like that. Because like even though blind people can't play video games, or struggle to do so, you know, it is I think a very cool detail to add for people who might have like a blind friend. You know? I definitely appreciate it at the very least. Because it is wholesome inclusivity. It also makes sense. It adds to him like being a potter. That's the term for it, right? The term for it's potter, someone who makes pottery. I'll be honest with you. Hold up. Is there actually is there actually a term for that? Doing a quick Google. Term for people who make pottery. Yes, commonly known term as potter. Also ceramic artist, ceramicist, or ceramist maker. Interesting. The internet is amazing and also terrible. Because like being able to like be like, oh hey, that's something I kind of want to know about, and then being able to just like look it up is great, but also you have to go into it with like an open mind, or else you end up falling into like immense confirmation bias. Because if you like word it in like such a way that's like, oh, you're clearly gonna get shown results that are like just confirming your pre-existing bias. It's like, what's the fucking point? It's like it's a tool, but I feel like it's like a tool that like we need to be better about, like, you know, in the same way that like a knife can like be used as like a tool, but like, you know, also have like, you know, it's a tool, but it's also dangerous. Like you can really fuck yourself up by using a knife. Like I feel like the internet's the same thing, where it's like I feel like there needs to be a fucking like tutorial before you're allowed to join the internet, where it's just like, can you prove that you actually know how to engage with this in a way that is not damaging to you and everyone around you? Basically what I'm saying is you need to have a license to use that internet. Oi, do you have an internet you have a license for that internet? I don't know anything about I don't know anything about the internet. No, I actually know plenty about the internet. Probably more than I should. Like, I think a more emotionally well put together person would know less about the internet than I do. Like, I would consider that a personal failing, but nah. All right. There's something just like very soothing about this game, where just like you just run around and grab stuff. Admittedly, like it is kind of a pain in the ass when like you can't just grab everything, you know. Like the inventory management of it is like, it's there for a reason, even if it's a reason that, like, you know, I don't necessarily think maybe fits quite what the game is trying to go for. So I'm like, what if everything just like went to your base at home? Everyone on Facebook would fail if they needed a license for the internet. I mean, like that's. I'll be honest with you, that's a good thing. I would consider that a huge, immense, like a huge success. Like, if we just... Also, to be fair, like, I don't know what percentage of Facebook anymore is real people. And increasingly I'm... Because, like, Facebook has admitted to using AI accounts. Yeah, trying to sell something on the Facebook marketplace is a good way to get kill brain cells. Like, Facebook has admitted to just making fake accounts, I'm pretty sure. And, like, with the number of people who are dead, like, they had a Facebook account and then died. I wouldn't be surprised if Facebook's, like, account to real person ratio is, like, 3 to 1. Like, for every real person who uses Facebook, they just have 3 accounts. Like, one of them is being used by the person, and the other ones are being, like... They're just, like, bots or someone who's actually, like, used it and then died. Because, like, there's... It's one of the more macabre things on the internet, but I do find it kind of funny that there's a thing on the internet called the Boomer Death Clock. Which is keeping track of the number, like, keeping track of the rate at which boomers die. And I'll be honest with you, it is really funny. I need to delete mine as well. I deleted all of the meta apps from my PC, because fuck Meta, fuck Zuckerberg. Rot in hell, you inglorious bastard. But yeah. So, like, fuck Facebook, fuck all that. I still need to actually, like, delete my account, though. But that would require me logging into Facebook, so that way I can delete it. And I'm like, that's unappealing. I know it's like, ultimately it's like it'll be better like once the account is gone completely, but also I really want season 4 of Invincible to come out already. Listen, patience is worth it. I promise. You can trust me because I almost had a conniption when we saw like 5 new seconds of Hollow Knight Silk Song. But no. I sincerely think the stuff that, like... Because, like... I feel really bad for the people who worked on, like, the Crunchyroll version of Uzumaki. Because, like, it was very clear, like, from the first episode, that there were truly spectacularly talented people who were working on that. And if it were given, like, another, like, year or two, it probably would be a perfect adaptation, like, of one of the most, you know, prolific and, like, you know, like one of the most celebrated horror mangakas out there. My brainworm's one fuck. Go delete your account. Go delete your Facebook account. Darling, I am so thrilled that there was room for me to make Amber Isle home. And it just so happens I have a surprise for you. I'm starting my very own one-of-a-kind atelier. Holding for the applause. I call it Force de Gale. After yours truly, of course. I realized it wasn't enough to just settle somewhere. I need to make my mark on it. No DVD. No, do not play DVD. What's up, Chris?
Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
I have seen neither of those things. I have not seen Breaking Bad. I have not seen Better Call Saul. I have not seen Game of Thrones. I do not watch popular things. Which isn't, like, that's not me being like, oh, you know, it's popular for its shit. Like, that's just me being like, I don't find them, I don't know. Like, I think I would enjoy Breaking Bad. I just, like, don't go out of my way to watch it. Uzumaki's animation tame may have sucked at parts, but the team really managed to make it good where it counted besides episode 2. I watched stuff from Vibes alone. To be fair, Game of Thrones was actively very enjoyed. Until the season finale. I wasn't even watching Game of Thrones, but the series finale of Game of Thrones was so spectacularly shit. I absorbed the entire plotline of Game of Thrones by fucking osmosis. People were so mad about the Game of Thrones finale that I know the plot of all of Game of Thrones because people were fucking combing through the entire series, basically being like, here's why this part doesn't make any fucking sense based off of, like, this plot point. I will not watch nor read Game of Thrones, you cannot make me. To be fair, I wonder how, oh, hold up. There we go. My fucking Stream Deck wasn't sitting firmly on its little stand. I wonder how much of the delay of A Song of Fire, wait, because it's, the final book is A Song of Fire and Ice, right? I don't fucking know. Like, he's been delaying it for... Oh, wrong button. He's been delaying it for, what, at this point? Like, 7 years? I wonder how much of it is him trying to figure out how to wrap up the series without pissing everyone off. Because apparently the Game of Thrones TV show was going to actually be, like, the ending... it's basically the cliff notes of what the ending of the books was going to be. I also don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. I've seen The Hobbit, the original one. I've read The Hobbit. I've not seen The Lord of the Rings. I really like fantasy as a genre. I wonder what is worse in terms of quality, the Game of Thrones season finale or the entirety of Arcane season 2. I thought people liked Arcane season 2. I thought that was like generally like enjoyed. Was the ending of Arcane season 2 really that bad? I really like fantasy as a genre, but those two I refuse to consume. Fair enough. Now, where to begin? Oh, bother. It's always the starting that's the most difficult, darling. I must find something to strike me with inspiration. Well, would you look at that? I got inspiration in my fucking pocket. It's my penis now. I need to just say shit like that. Oh, well, hey, that's inspiration. Oh, wow, darling. These are so hip, so fresh, so now. This will definitely get my fount of creative juices just gushing. Please do not tell me about how you were gushing. I'm good. Thank you, though. I'm not gonna lie, the Promised Neverland ending was worse than the anime. Okay, because, like, I was actively, like, kind of annoyed at the Promised Neverland because it so completely dominated the public discourse on anime at the time. I feel fucking bad for Promised Neverland fans now. Y'all got fucking shafted. Like, really, really hard. It was enjoyable if some things didn't make sense, like Vi and Kate doing the deed right after some very concerning words from Jinx. Okay. Because I was like, I don't know. I don't give a shit about League of Legends lore. I don't care about its characters. I don't care about its designs. I've heard good things about the series, but I also just, like... You cannot make me give a shit about anything involving that specific IP. It can't be done. You would be given an impossible task to try and convince me that it's like, oh, there's actually something to enjoy here. While you were doing that, I was busy snipping and hammering and sawing, yes, sawing, Starky, to get a very special treat ready. Behold, the Amber Isle Therian Walk. Yes, it's very majestic, but feel free to stretch your stuff to show off your new garments, darling. Thanks again, Starky. Ciao, ciao. Y'all, The Promised Neverland Season 2 was directed by a speedrunner that turned task-only tricks into practical speedrunning traits. Oh, hey, you actually can walk up here and show off your outfit. In context, Jinx talks about going to sleep for good, and Vi doesn't try stopping her when Kate lets her out of prison. Listen, the sad thing is, like, I don't necessarily know that that's too far out of the realm of possibility for, like, people, but it's not compelling storytelling. I posted my DVD shame in the Discord. What do you mean you posted your DVD shame? Oh, did you post, like, your hours played? Because, like, DVD is a good idea. God, I wish people weren't the fucking worst. Like, because I genuinely, like, I feel like every time I play DVD, I get matched with people who are, like, infinitely better than I am. DVD is only good with 4 friends. It's like, so there's like a matchmaking ranking system, but it's just utter dog shit. Because I think it prioritizes time spent rather than, like, actual skill set. And so, like, I played it a bunch for, like, 1 season, and I got put with a bunch of people who knew what they were doing, and I'm just like, I know you can loop killers. I don't know how the fuck you do it. So, like, I feel like me playing that game was just me being like, well, I'm just gonna fucking sit on a generator and get it done. And pray the fucking killer does not find me specifically. I think also, like, it's really funny that, like, the game... like, I think it's really funny the game has to, like, nerf your ability to get, like, points from, like, any source, because otherwise it, like, there would be no reason to be altruistic. They had to specifically make it so you were limited to, like, a maximum certain number of points based off, like, other deeds, so that way people were forced to be altruistic, because otherwise there was just no incentive in the game that was powerful enough to force people to actually do it. Which, like, I think is kind of an indictment of the game design, if anything. It's only good with 4 friends fucking around. That's definitely when I had the most fun with it. When I was just like, yeah, let's just do some dumb shit. Whenever I was playing with friends who were, like, actually super into the game, though, I always felt guilty, because I'm definitely the kind of player where I'm just like, I'm going to try to, like, hide away from the killer, which I know is not good. Because, like, you're basically just wasting your time while, like, you know, the killer, like, you know. I don't like the chase. So I guess, like, it's you know, DVD is just not for me. I would like to stop running. Also, we're almost, like, to level 3 friendship with him by just, like, resource gathering. Kind of wild how, like, this, I mean, to be fair, like, it is, I am glad that they've taken something as annoying as, like, because, like, I'm about to say something that might be potentially controversial. Okay. This is about Stardew Valley. This is a subtweet about Stardew Valley. I fucking hate the way the friendship mechanic works in Stardew Valley. Because, like, the fact that people only, like, they only care if you give them stuff is, like, it's authentic to other games in the genre, but it's just, like, it's such a fucking shallow and frustrating way to design a friendship mechanic. It's like, I want to be able to fucking, like, you know, because I actually think, like, one of the best games to ever have a friendship mechanic is, Potionomics. Because, like, you can just spend time with people to, like, raise your friendship value, and it's pretty fucking effective. But also, like, it does so by making time, like, a meaningful and limited resource. Which, like, I guess you can't really do in every genre, but, like, I feel like that's, like something you can approach. Because, like, there is something to be said about, like, just, like, yeah, just having someone to hang out with while you walk around and gather stuff is, like, a really fun little detail this game added. So, like, basically what I'm saying is, don't make it a fucking pain in the ass to, like, level up friendship. Because I don't feel like it's accurate, I don't feel like it's fun. So there's no reason to keep it. I'd have make a modification to the heart system, I'd make it so hearts have some breakthrough side quests. To be fair, I think they actually kind of do have that in Stardew Valley. Like, the big thing is there's no way to, like, raise the friendship by, like, incremental points outside of gifting presents. Also, we're about to run our last set of 3-minute ads. We run 3 minutes of ads every hour to turn off pre-rolls, so people don't immediately have to get nuked by Jeffrey Bezos' advertisements as soon as they join the stream. I think the big thing is, like, if there was some means I returned after my meeting, how's the board in the Isle of Amber going? Welcome on in, Gadget. Glad to be a sweet bean. Can we get a shout for Gadget? Amber Isle's going all right. I feel like with friendship mechanics in particular, it's just like, give me the means to raise friendship where, like, I don't have to, like, you know, because, like, I'll be honest with you, whenever it becomes a resource-driven mechanic, where, like, you have to give them a thing, I'm not going through the experimentation phase where I find out what they actually fucking like. I'm just looking it up. Because I'm not about to spend, like, fucking forever. Also, need to hydrate in the stretch. I'm not about to spend for fucking ever. Welcome on in, Paris. Good night, sweet bean. Can you shout for Pocket Paris? I'm not about to, like, I'm complaining about Stardew Valley, funnily enough. And also, like, one thing that this game does right, compared to Stardew Valley, that, like, I feel like when, like, friendship mechanics are resource driven, I'm just gonna look up, like, what a character likes rather than finding it out naturally. Or otherwise, like, just kind of guess it from their personality. Because, like, I don't want to, like, give them a thing that I spent a ton of effort in only for it to lower my friendship. because like that will make me very salty. But how you doing, How you doing, Paris, you sweet bean? I hope you're doing well. I was lurking in your stream when because I was lurking in Lunar stream when he was playing Undertale, and then raided in, and I was just really, your stream's just so comfy. I really enjoy just hanging out there. I totally get that. Yeah. It's not necessarily like, I recognize that that's maybe a hot take for some, because it's, you know, there's something fun about the exploration aspect of being like, you know, discovering what someone likes through trial and error. But also when it's tied to like basically no reward, that's where I'm like, I don't know about this. Which does make me sound like a shallow gamer, but it's only because I am. No, it's coming from a place of like, you know, I appreciate what they're trying to do, but it just ends up being more irritating for me personally. So, if you ever see me play Stardew Valley, I'm just gonna look up whatever I need to romance. I think I've romanced like Harvey and Alex. I need to add the furry mod, because I do like Elliot's design with the furry mod. Okay, think time. Each person has a handful of basic dialogues, right? In the hard events. What about hangouts instead of gifts? I think gifts is a good idea. I just think they need to like, yeah, it's like they need to have like hangouts where like your character spends time with them, or like unironically, there might be an idea there to take from, and I'm not fucking suggesting this lightly, Honey Pop, where like you're basically like you're given a question and like you answer how you think they like they're like, oh, like, you know, hey, this is a quiz to see if you've been like paying attention, if you like actually know me as a person. It's just like, hey, what's my favorite color? And it's like, if you guess it right, hey, like, you know, or if you know it by heart, because like they are always showing off their like purple bag, then hey, you get rewarded for paying attention to the character. But also, we don't talk about Honey Pop here. Ambra was definitely my game of the year for 2024. I also love that you can find out what different characters like just by them visiting your shop. Yeah, that's like that's such a like an extra like little fun detail, because it's also like very naturally fits in the way that character, like, you know, like people who run shops work, where they're gonna note like what does well, like who, especially like in a small town where there's like a lot of regulars, like you're gonna notice who, like what people like. Hello. I do like Opal. Her design's very cute. Oh, so maybe it's just because like I just have I think nurses are very sweet. Also, I like Opal. As someone who's raised by a nurse, she is very much not your typical nurse. It's so funny. The difference between nurses in video games versus nurses in real life. Because nurses in real life, sincerely, they have worse mouths than sailors. Whereas like in, you know, in video games and in anime, they're always like the very like quiet, demure, very like wholesome, like, I just want to make sure everyone's okay. Nurse IRL is just tired. Exactly. Can you blame them? No, I don't blame them at all. I just think it's so funny, like, that stereotype like does not hold up at like under scrutiny at all. In fact, I would argue that it's probably as incorrect as it could possibly be when represented by, like, you know, people who are not in the nursing field. I think the game that's... Wait, I can't say that because it's a spoiler. And I actually do... I at least want Paris to play that game at some point. So like, I have to mum about it. There's a TV show about the nurse with her addiction, but getting over it, and she speaks her mind. No, exactly. Nurses are very, very vocal about what they think. Okay, Scrubs is actually like a really good example of like how nurses actually operate. Where like she's like, you know, there's one moment that comes to mind of one of the nurses basically being like, yeah, I was handed this prescription where you're giving a person with significantly low blood pressure 500 milligrams of morphine. I wanted to check with you before I killed him. I always had to listen to one of my nurses have to explain 3 times to a patient that she could not possibly have caught her UTI from her sister just because she had one. I mean, okay. There could be, like coinciding factors that could impact that, but yeah, no, UTIs are not transmitted, like, through breathing. They're not air transmitted. Because it's like, oh, you know, maybe, like, it's like, you know, I'm by no means am I a nurse. I was just raised by one. Welcome on to Struggle for Waffles. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. But, like, you know, explaining that to people is difficult. And I respect nurses because they have all the patience in the world. That having been said, if you ever do anything to piss off a nurse, I'm holding you down while the nurse kicks you to death. That is my feeling on the matter. You've done something to meaningfully anger a nurse. She has the rights to your continued existence, and I'm helping her. How goes the stream? It's going alright. Welcome on though. How you doing, you sweet bean? You sweet Durg. We are just dinoing it up. I feel like something about the swamp in particular makes the game very framey. I'm not sure what that is. It might be a VSync thing. Because I do like this game. It does have a little bit of its marks of like beginning programmers, or like people who maybe don't necessarily have the most experience working with engines. Because, like, hold up, let me actually check that real quick. Video. VSync. It's still not great. Okay, what if I had to use Hangouts to get a chance to gift for a folk, but the cost of missing some info that could be helpful for the later hard events? That could be interesting. Like I think my big issue with like friendship mechanics is just that they tend to be kind of rote. Like there's no there's like no experimentation done to, like, you know, figure out like a way that might be more conducive to a game's particular style. It's just give someone a gift. Like I think in Potionomics, where like you have the alternative option of giving someone like spending time with someone when time is a very valuable resource in that game, is a huge way of like working that mechanic into the story, and also making a friendship gaining mechanic that feels both valuable and impactful. Which is like, you know, because it's you know, like becoming better friends with people is like in Potionomics is like a huge deal. Like you get a lot of benefits for doing so. But also, like, you know, it feels authentic to have earned that by like actually like putting in the effort to become closer friends with someone. Anyways, this has been me talking about Potionomics, and definitely not because I love my husband Muktuk, and I would do many crimes for Muktuk. If Muktuk asked me to kill, there would be no secondary questions. There would just be murder. He would never ask me to kill, though, because he is a pure, innocent, sweet, wholesome being, and I want to smooch him. Also, shoutouts to fucking Potionomics for actually including a polyamory mode, like in the base game, not needing to mod it. I respect that. As someone who is in theory poly myself. not in practice, only in theory. I'm like, you know, hey, 2 boyfriends sounds very good hypothetically. In practice, good question. What is practice? This game is just like so soothing. This is like a good choice to, like, you know, re-enter my stream vibes with. Because it's also the kind of game where like I can just like if I end up just chatting, like just yapping for an hour, that's great. At that point, yeah, it's optimal to spend money for friendship, but it costs you time and also info. Like you want to give and take rather than always going for friendship. I think it's also like, it's like there's something to be said about like the linear approach of friendship in a lot of video games, where it's just like you go from strangers to like best friends or partners without like any sort of in between. I just realized it's like 9:03. It's a really good game to vibe out. I know, I love this game to bits. It's got its flaws, and I recognize that, but I also just like really enjoy playing it. I like the Persona 3's game's approach to friendship. Oh yeah, where you need to have like progressing friendships is like actually associated with like having certain skill levels. Or I guess to be fair, that's actually because that's my understanding of what Persona 5 is like, at least. Where like you need to have like a certain amount of boldness to like progress your friendship with the scientist lady who makes you drink random experimental juices. Notably, I've not played any of the Persona games, so all of that is secondhand knowledge. And to progress it, you need to pay attention to it. Yeah. I also just like the idea it's like, because like there, you know, I feel like friendships are very rarely linear, and that like, you know, sometimes it's like you're good friends with them, and then like you kind of drift apart, but then you get back together, and it's like, or like maybe you do something that pisses them off, and like, you know, that's part of the process of like becoming closer friends with them, is being able to weather like moments of negativity, so that way they feel comfortable around you. I don't know. I guess it's like hard to quantify like friendship in a video game. So it's kind of the reason that most video game economies are broken, is because real economies are boring, miserable, like unfun. We don't have real economies in video games because they suck. And you know what? That's fair. That's fair enough. But yeah. I think I'm actually gonna like go ahead and stop here, because I don't know. I'll probably do some like a little bit of gathering in my free time. You know, probably go through the process of you know, building houses over here and then decorating so that way I have like all of the areas up to 100%, because my goal is 100% all the way across the board. Wait, hold up. I'm missing people in Kem Kem Canyon? Weird. All right, but yeah. They're ever coming hang out. Hopefully you guys had a good time just like vibing. Just existing. Because God knows, I sometimes just need to exist. And I appreciate everyone who just likes being here for me to exist. So, I do not exist without your perception. No, but do you ever have me in the background? Wait, what do you mean you're in the background? You are a slime? I'm trying to think of... You are a slime and a cat. Those are the two traits I know about you. Good stream, Starky. Well, thank you so much, Jake, you sweet bean. Make a video game where you're trapped by student loan debt and poverty and call it survival horror. Yes. Yes, but then also we need to compel rich people to play it. All right, let's see who's live. James Jars is playing Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. What in the world? I see Nikki, who I love his art, but I think he's primarily primarily speaks Japanese, so I don't know how easy. Like so it's Nikki CIY or Nikki CIY, who is an absolutely adorable VTuber. I think he's primarily, if not exclusively, speaks in Japanese though, so there's that language gap that is somewhat difficult and daunting to approach. Let's see. Nikki's so good. His art's like just adorable. I low-key, like, I adore that, like, you know, kimono style of like Japanese furry like art. It's so cute. Yeah, it makes wholesome YouTube animations. I don't see Adel on this late, but I also like it's a collab, so I'm like, Well, let's raid into Jame. Let's raid into Jame, but this time I'm gonna bring a special special message. Since I think he's playing a Space Jam themed game. So, radio message will be this, or if you, do not have my emotes / aren't subscribed. Yeah, you're gonna give the good orb. Listen, only the best orbs. So feel free to use whichever one you have. If you have my emotes, go for that. If you do not have my emotes but have other people's emotes, go for that as well. And if you don't have anyone's emotes, feel free to use that last one. Start the over to James Jars. James Jars. But anyways, if this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big Gay Chaos Creator the Internet, Variety Streamer live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday we've been learning how to do art. And I like to think that I've been making a lot of good progress on that, so I'm definitely happy to see the progress and also, you know, keep going. Tomorrow I'll probably be working on the more on the behemoth piece that I was working on for March, although I guess, you know, it's going to end up being April. But yeah. Anyways, if you'd like to stay up to date with the streaming when I'll be going live, Blue Sky is the place to be, at StarkyMorph over on that platform. I post art that I make as well as art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, you know, thoughts, all that good stuff. I need to be better about posting food pictures because I was supposed to post food pictures yesterday and I just forgot. Because I am Borb brained. I have a YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, see what all we've been up to as I post all of my VODs to that YouTube channel for basically long-term storage, because I definitely would not be able to save them all to my PC. And then I have a Discord if you'd like to hop in there to say hi to all Sweet Beans, see the curse gone through the Sweet Beans post. I will also probably go through the process of getting a skyline set up. So do keep an eye out for that. I will probably post that on my Blue Sky when I do get that properly set up. But anyways, go say hi over to James. Heckin' super duper Sweet Bean. Amazing Borb. You guys